Doing this because I want to take long showers with you assholes.
Ain't you them kids that have been quacking off in my tool shed?
By a bunch of fucking iceholes like yourselves.
Yeah, well, listen, you ought to ditch the digs in the car with now and get in with us, but that's all right. We'll worry about that later.
Oh, my God. There's 100 morons in my basement.
It's you, Larry.
Lollygaggers.
Lollygaggers.
Diamond dogs and
Real prick.
No, they could be a lot worse.
Why did you kiss my ear? Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
Four of us wolves running around the desert together in Las Vegas looking for strippers and cocaine.
1, 2, 3, Benchwarmers!
Live from Scott's parents' basement, this is the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast.
The Basement Benchwarmers Podcast back for another week for your entertainment. Entertainment only. No gambling here.
Shake a day.
Yeah, only shake a day.
Yeah, kind of like gambling.
I'll promise you one thing. No horses will die down here tonight.
Whoa.
Hey, the night is young.
Yeah, it's like Willie might pull up with a bad ankle.
No, that's a donkey.
Oh. It's like Animal House now.
Anyhow, let's start off.
Nice ass.
Let's start off how we start every week with our dance off. No, I'm sorry, that's my other podcast. Let's start off with how your week was. How was your week, Ed?
You already stole my thunder. So I had tacos this weekend, but not just any tacos. I had derby tacos made with the horse meat from the 7 euthanized horses. Now you're supposed to go, hey!
Instead of hay, instead of cheese, it was hay.
That was my joke, and you stole it right off the bat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's good, Eddie. Yours is better.
Quit being a naysayer.
Oh, wow. Come on, guys. Let's keep the show together. Keep glue together here.
Oh. That's excellent. Wow. We're on the same wavelength. We've been doing this too long.
It's good we can find a lightheartedness of dead horses. That's good stuff.
Oh, my God. What the hell happened there?
I don't know. Must have been in the water.
He must have had your jalapenos.
Oh.
Or they must have.
My nose is starting to run now.
I'm fighting this last one I ate. For the, well, I guess people can view us if they watch Facebook Live.
Yeah.
We have some candied jalapenos that Ed brought. They're great. But every now and then, like every third one you eat, it bites you in the ass.
Yeah, it'll get you.
Wait till tomorrow.
Not as bad as Dave's Hot Chicken, but move on.
Yikes, here we go. So I mentioned, and thanks for inviting me to golf. How was golf? Was it fun?
Fine, yeah.
Sorry I missed out.
No, it's good.
I mentioned I sold my soul to the devil. And I left that open for interpretation a little bit. Scott had kind of ventured a guess.
We took liberty.
Yeah. Scott ventured a guess. So I'll get multiple choice. A, was it my wife? B, was it the 7 soccer games in 2 states within a 400-mile radius over 2 days? Or was it my behemoth of a yard and all the frickin' projects I have? Thanks to Ed, I had to add one more. Or all of the above. What do you guys...
I'm going to go with D.
I always answered all the above usually.
Yeah, pretty much was. But at the time, it was my behemoth yard who was just kicking my ass in every way. I mean, just everything. And now it's ramped up because Jackson's graduating, and we're going to have a graduation party sometime in June or whatever. So it's like now I got my own list, and then I have the honey-do list and the graduation party. It's just all these different things. Well, we got to do this.
When you said behemoth, I was going to stop you short. Heather's not that big. Never mind. I'm sorry.
All of the above.
Well, now that you got a garden, you can plant some of these things.
Yeah, Ed had told me, Ed was over last year, and like late in the summer, I'm like, man, my tomatoes aren't growing. He goes, well, you're an idiot. And I go, yeah, and? He goes, did you not think all those trees you planted around the garden would grow at some point? So there was just way too much shade. So now here I am. I knocked that all out and growing grass there and building a a bigger garden. Of course, when you have the opportunity, you do it bigger and better, right? Every time.
Exactly.
So I'm wiped.
I'm like P. Ellen Smith. He's asking me for gardening tips over here.
Yeah, I know this guy. So
How was your week?
What, you want to come over and spread manure?
yes,
I've got a lot of chicken manure right now.
Well, I thought he was going to do it himself, bring his dogs.
Definitely want manure and compost and all that good stuff. So speaking of compost, Willie, how was your weekend?
Yeah, the new compost toilet I got, it's not working very well.
No, it's backing up on you.
A lot. It's like I'm sitting on something.
Give it an upper decker, I guess.
I can't even imagine a compost toilet in Willie's house.
I can't imagine one in your house.
I could imagine.
Well,
a
I
toilet.
shit a lot, but yours has got to be just like alcohol in there.
just grain,
fermenting.
A lot of grain.
It's like bobbing for apples, just a couple floating.
Looks like the fields of Kuwait.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Ooh, like the stalls at the. Forget it.
So how was your week?
Okay. What the hell were we talking about?
Where were we?
Let's stop beating a dead horse with that joke.
It was a good week. Got a little golf in, first time.
Oh, did you end up playing?
I played. I started subbing for that league on Wednesday. So
did you guys have dry weather Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was cold.
Chilly.
That was your first.
Chilly.
That was your first week.
Yeah. Very
Okay.
chilly out. So.
How'd it go?
Not very well, but I did win a skin.
You won one. Good.
I won one. Yeah.
Who's your partner?
Jay Senior.
He's really good, right?
Yeah, he's good.
He just
Very
kind of
good.
moves it along
He
straight as an arrow.
Straight as an arrow.
A lot of knockdown sevens.
Great short game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
Knockdown.
good.
Yeah, he
Very
gets a lot of
knockdown
knockdown
sevens.
shots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
And you're partnered with Shoddy.
Yes.
How did you guys do?
He was 43. I was 52, and I had 2 8s to end it. So
Nice. Couple snowmen at the end.
And I shot 45 and 55 at Brightendale, front and back, and I shot 49 yesterday.
Oh, look at you.
So
Good start.
not really, but
Yeah,
the 55
we're all hacks.
The 55 I wound up.
Well,
I wound up.
double nickel, huh?
Yeah, yes, sir. A little Lance. Finished up with a Lance Briggs.
Did you?
I didn't want Urlacher on a
Did
Briggs.
you have Sammy Hagar playing in the background? I can't shoot 55.
I hope I shoot 55 at some point.
Sometimes you do.
Yeah.
Sometimes you pray for it.
Oh, 55. That's it.
It was a good 55. I just missed a few putts.
Yeah.
I drove it far, but in the woods. A couple times.
If it was straight, I would have been awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't lose a ball either.
Wow. Well,
That's amazing.
yeah, the night is young.
Hoping to drop a toilet scene on one again.
A couple more beers, you're going to be dipping in this candy.
Jeez.
And then some glitter.
Oh, I found Willie's ball that he was talking about.
Oh, jeez.
So is that it? I mean, that was your week?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. Highlights.
All right. Well, good.
My week was the usual. Did I do anything special? Went golfing a few
Sound
times.
like you golfed a lot, yeah.
I got 36 holes in this week.
Nice.
Cribbage.
Oh, yeah, the great story about Friday night. So
Cribbage.
Willie invited me and Jennifer down to his father-in-law's house to have a few drinks down at a thing. He texted me like at 4 o'clock. You want to come down? And Sienna had a friend coming over, and they were going to do something. So I'm like, oh, I'm not going to. She said, well, go ahead, go down there, because she's like, well, I'm going to go down, but Shauna probably wants to stay. And she didn't. Started left pretty early, too, because she had to go get the dog, probably, I'm sure, and go visit Molly in her new place. Congratulations.
Yep.
But so we're sitting there, we get done, we watch a game. I think this game was actually the game we were watching.
Yep.
So,
Sure was.
yeah, the Knicks Heat. And we get done with the game, and game ends. Tony wants to hit the kid. So we're like, Tony's going to go to bed. So we're like, hey, you want to go to Sweets for one old fashioned? Our tea time was 8 o'clock. Me and Tim were golfing, and his dad and some another guy. And so I'm like, oh, let's go have one. And I asked, well, you mind if we just have one go? He goes, no, that's cool. I got stuff to do tomorrow, too, so one will be perfect. And so it's about 9 o'clock. So Tim's like, I'll come with you guys, too. I'll have one, too. Last time he went home because he knew better, but he came with us, had one. I got home about 12:30. So, 4 old fashions later and 3 games of cribbage.
Well, you played cribbage at Sweets?
Yeah, so we were sitting at the bar and people kind of left. Because it's nice.
I love cribbage.
We got to sit at the bar and it wasn't too busy. Then people left, so we scooted down. I was sitting there and I was sitting, the cribbage bar. I go, I didn't know Willie didn't play. And I'm like, hey, Tim, you play cribbage? He goes, yeah. You want to play some? Sure. So we ended up playing, and then every time we got done with the game, the bartender, hey, you want another one? No. And then whoever would say no, the other guys would go, and then we have another one.
That's how you roll, yeah.
So, but it was good time. We had fun.
That's cool.
Wasn't too bad on Saturday. I mean, it was nice.
Where'd you play Saturday?
Brightendale. I played Brightendale Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Yeah, then they played.
You're contributing to the Kenosha County courses. I like that. That's
Yeah, I mean that's a long course out there, Brightendale. It's tough.
Brightendale's
It's a
is
long
not
course.
easy.
Yeah,
It's
if you don't get off the tee, if you hit a bad shot to start, it makes the whole like at Pets you can get away with it.
Yeah.
Cotton, except for the last couple holes on both front and back, but at Brightendale, even their par threes are.
Yeah, they're monsters.
It's a tough. It's fun.
Do you ever play the 9-hole course?
That's where I played yesterday.
Okay, so the last hole.
The last 2 holes. The one is a dog leg over the
Oh
water.
yeah. I'm just thinking of the par 3.
Yeah, par 3. It's just
It
water.
plays like 190, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. And it's uphill.
It's uphill and it's over water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Actually, Jace and Glenn both. Jace hit the green. Glenn and I was just right in the sand traps.
Oh, okay, better than
nobody went in the water.
Yeah.
Glenn ended up pin high.
I've hit some
like
what I thought
5
were
feet.
beautiful
Really?
shots, and it.
And he 4-putted.
Oh.
I won't. He's not here, so I can say that.
Yeah, that happens.
So yeah, that happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
So so that was my week. Basically, a little bit of golf. Got out finally. The weather was actually real nice yesterday. Saturday, not so great. So I don't know what.
Yeah, Saturday was miserable.
But hey, so that was my week. Nothing. Couple golf. No, I don't think we did anything else crazy. I don't think we did.
I heard there was a fight at Starlight on Saturday.
Was there really?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know. I was talking to a guy today at work, and he's like, I was there on Saturday. Where were you? I was like, I don't know. I had something to do. He goes, man, lucky you didn't come to Starlight. There was a fight broke out.
Really?
He goes, a bunch of people, not locals or anything, didn't know who they were.
I'm glad we didn't go there then.
Yeah.
Glad I wasn't there this weekend. Well,
I had a car chase in my neighborhood again.
heard about that. Yeah.
It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Had to get the gun out because they were coming back towards our neighborhood, and then they all started scattering.
Really?
Luckily, all the neighbors come out and started pointing them out in the bushes and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
From Illinois? Or from wherever, Milwaukee?
Are they using lasers on their guns?
They're definitely not from my neighborhood, I'm going to tell you that.
Good old Pleasant
At least
Prairie.
from
huh?
what I could tell when they were laying face down in the grass with their hands behind their back.
So it's right there.
Right at the electrical box. Right past the church there.
Really?
Well, they went by at like 80 or 100. I heard them coming by, and then I heard the cops all coming. So I went out in the front yard, and they were already past Gordy's. I was like, holy crap. They were moving. And then they went down. You could hear them way down there, and the cops still going. And then I could hear them start coming back. And I'm like, I'm going to go inside and grab my pistol just in case they end up in our neighborhood, which is, what are the chances? Sure shit. They were right on the other side of the church.
Well, they turned thinking they probably get out.
They turned and they got stuck in that.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing there. It's just like a little 30-foot driveway.
Yeah.
And then the cops, you could hear them yelling like they caught them. But then, there's guys running around out there.
Luckily, they're just running and not shooting.
Well, yeah,
They're
that's what I
shooting
mean.
back at the cops or anything like that. With you
I'm
guys
like,
around.
Amber, close the garage door.
Get down. Just
I'm
in
going to
case.
we'll sit in the backyard and wait, see what happens.
Yeah.
She did. She closed the garage door, and it's still standing out there.
I got to protect my chicken.
His underwear.
It was like 2 p.m.
He's got to protect his jalapenos.
Dude, it was crazy, though. It's 2 car chases
Beef
in 2
sticks,
weeks.
jalapenos, and a handgun.
Did you see Ed out there like Walter in Breaking Bad in his whitey tighties with a gun?
I'm thinking more Cousin Eddie.
Oh yeah, with the robe.
No offense,
Yeah, the robe.
Shitter's full.
Meister
Outta
Brown in
here.
his hand, a cigar about this much of a cigar, little nub, and the cigar too.
But I can't swim, Clark.
I can't swim.
I know, Edmund.
So anyway. Okay. Everybody's safe, though, right? Everybody's good? Nobody got hurt?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah. We called to make sure because there was, it was prom night, so there's parties going on all over the area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they called the cops, and they said, no, we caught them all, so that's good.
Good. So let's start off.
America.
Yeah, let's start off how we started off every week with good, bad, and ugly. And we can start off with Willie tonight, and we'll start off with whatever you want to start with, Willie. Your call. Good, bad, or
I'm going
ugly.
to start off with good. I always
Okay.
like the good.
Okay.
Glass
the
half
bad.
full, Willie.
That's right. My good is the my University of Michigan men's lacrosse program. After going 0-5 during Big Ten play last year, they won the Big Ten championship. They beat Maryland, who was the number 3 seed. They were the number 4 seed. I don't get that. But they beat number 1 seed Penn State, and they beat Maryland 14-5.
Were you able to watch it? Was it on?
Yeah, it was on Big Ten.
Big Ten Network. Okay.
Yeah, it was. And they played really well, and now they're in their first ever NCAA tournament.
Nice.
Cool.
So yeah,
How many Big Ten teams are there?
I think there's only.
I mean, if they went 0-5, you'd think that would be only 5.
So I think there's Rutgers, Maryland,
Yeah,
Penn State.
It's all East teams.
No Wisconsin.
No Wisconsin. I think Northwestern has a team. I want to say
They-
Sounds
I'm guessing they
probably-
do. Yeah.
in Michigan. So, but
That's all that. What is that Title IX or whatever, where they got to have the equal number of sports and everything?
I think that's
That's
Title
why
IX?
Wisconsin. Yeah, well, that's probably why Wisconsin.
And Wisconsin does
team.
not have baseball, right?
No.
Yeah.
Just found that out. the
They
other
have-
day.
No, 'cause they gotta
I've
keep-
known that. That's been the case for a long time.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
Well, they got to give up.
but they have a fencing team, right?
They didn't have a men's basketball team this year.
Zing!
Wow.
Yeah, that's it.
That's cool.
That's my
Hail
Cool.
to the mighty victors.
Nice.
Hail
I
to thee.
guess. Yeah.
career.
Yeah.
Career. Me? My good is and there's another similar story that I read today that maybe it'll be somebody else's good, but mine is the 47-year-old sharpshooting Ray Allen decided to go back to school after he was drafted in 1996, went back to UConn, got a bachelor's degree in general studies, so he went through the whole graduation process, and you guys have to look at, took one of the most iconic photos ever. He's in the arena taking a selfie with all these people, and his number is right in the back,
That's
hanging
awesome.
in the rafters. So, kind of cool.
And,
That's
and his agent's number.
probably.
He was his own agent.
Oh,
Wasn't he?
yeah. I
I think
kinda-
he was. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
That's why he's worth so much, because he kept all his money, and
He didn't
he's
have
a
to
smart
give
guy.
the 8% or whatever. But yeah, kind of a cool story. I always like hearing stories like that.
Heck
guys
yeah, when
that
you go back to school.
especially after all those years. I mean, he's 47 now, so a lot of guys do it.
So do you have a story similar to that? Okay, I'll jump in on
You know what it
piggyback
is?
on this. Yeah,
Yeah.
Justin Fields got his degree in consumer and family financial services. But that wasn't going to be. I mean, that was my other good. My good.
And the actual president of the team was there.
Yeah, they showed up.
Yeah.
They said he's really busting ass on this offseason.
Well, it's cool that the president of the team went
Yeah.
out to see him graduate. It's kind of neat. I mean,
Yeah.
it's nice. I'm sure a lot of teams do that, but it's
No, but you got to
that's
do
cool.
it. I mean,
You-
that's
you show that you're behind him
Yep.
a little bit, and it's cool he graduated. Yeah, good for him.
after they were almost trading him on
Because he's going to
draft
need that
day.
degree. He's probably going to be.
We'll see.
No, come on. I like it. I don't.
I know I'm being funny because no matter how bad he is or good he is, he's fine at this point unless he's just because he made the rookie contract was probably good enough.
Oh yeah,
It'd be
he'll
great for us.
set,
I'd
yeah.
take his rookie contract.
Yeah,
I mean, he'll still
Ray
have to-
Allen didn't go back to school because he needed the money.
Right.
But it's cool that he did. I mean, it's
He probably went back because his mama told him to.
probably.
I
She
wouldn't
was
doubt
a tough,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
tough ass.
She might have been his, or she might have. I think he was his own agent. Though.
every mom.
I think
is
George
an
Carl
agent.
was his agent.
No, that was George Carlin.
Carlin.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah.
yep. Okay.
He died in the middle of it.
So, Jesus,
Oh, sorry.
tough crowd here today. 7 dead horses, and
We
now
should,
George
we
Carlin.
should do some Carlin skits. You know, he had all those good sports skits. You know, hello.
We're just kind of hoofing it
You
tonight.
address the ball. Hello, ball.
Football, you gain. It's like a battle. You gain.
Yeah.
Baseball,
In baseball, you
go-
wear a cap. Football, you wear a helmet. But then he did the golf
We
thing,
have
and he
the-
said, "Okay, first you address the ball. Hello, ball."
Wasn't Hello Ball? That wasn't a honeymooners thing, though.
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
I'm
there
wrong.
was,
Maybe
yeah.
I got
No,
this.
he might have done Carly, but Jack Leese was teaching.
He did, you're right.
It was
Art
Jackie
Carney.
Gleason.
He was teaching him how to
Address the ball.
what's the neighbor's name?
Don Nuts.
No,
No,
it was Art Carney,
but what was his name on the show?
Ralph? No, that's
No,
that's
his neighbor.
Cramden.
Yeah,
Ralph
Cramden.
So he's
No,
teaching,
Ralph Cramden was-
Norton.
Norton.
Yeah, you're right.
So Norton,
Hello, ball.
He was
That was-
teaching
that- I
Norton how
probably
to
got him
golf, and he
confused.
goes, "Oh, now you got to address the ball first." And Norton goes, "Hello, ball."
Hello, ball. That's probably where I got him mixed up.
He's like, he smacks him in the back of the head.
That guy was the Norton guy was amazing. Just
Oh, yeah.
he was the Jim Carrey of his day.
Oh, he was great.
You just watch his body movements and everything.
Physical comedy. Yeah, Carlin did the football versus baseball thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
That's it,
But I think he did the address the ball
maybe,
thing. At one
maybe
point.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I probably got those mixed up.
Yeah. The best-
Anywho.
the best golf skit was Robin Williams ever. We
Oh
talked
my
about
gosh,
that
you
before.
And Dorf on golf.
Dorf.
Sorry, I had to bring that up.
He's good. Ed was watching his What do you have, like the Betamax?
Yeah, do you remember when they used to sell those videos?
Oh,
or
yeah. Oh, yeah, you can buy them on.
You'd be up at like midnight, looking for that scrambled channel and maybe seeing a boob, and then all of a sudden, Dorf on golf.
Take you 6 weeks to get it.
And then the next thing would be like that Ronco would be on there, like Super Vegematic. Buy the,
Oh, and 17 CDs for 1 penny.
Columbia House.
Columbia House.
Kids do not know that. I was writing a thing about that because we used to do it all the time, and then you'd cancel.
Yeah.
You get like 11 CDs for
Yeah.
a penny, and then
10 plus 1 for a penny.
yeah.
Yeah. 10 free. You got to pay 11. The last one's a penny.
And kids are like, really? What the hell's a CD? No,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
okay. So my good, besides the Blackhawks getting the number 1 pick today,
Yeah.
is friend of the show Joey Pavelski scored 4 goals in a playoff game. Then the next game, as Willie texted us all out, he scored his career playoff goal number 69 to start the game.
Oh, yeah.
So
69.
So
Is
yeah,
there something funny about that number or something?
Maybe.
69.
there we go.
Oh, that's right.
Is
So,
that
yeah,
where the
good
girl
old-
says, hello, ball?
You heard that on your way in, huh? That's great. Hello, ball.
Yeah, so I haven't got to talk to his dad yet to see what he thinks, but he'd probably start talking about like deer hunting or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did okay, but you know what? You should see the buck I saw the other day.
Yeah, I saw a big buck. We got to get him on the show. He's a crazy man. And he tells all these stories about Joe Thornton hanging out with him and like Patrick Marleau, and because he's a goofball and he doesn't like fit in with like these rich guys.
He's got 69 playoff goals, but he never shot an 8-pointer like me.
Yeah, I know. That's what he'd be like too.
Yeah.
He's not even worried. It's like I was actually with him the first time Joey scored a hat trick ever. We were watching at a bar in Stevens Point, and he doesn't go out much because people bother him up there because they're kind of like celebrities. So he's like, meet us out tonight, you know. So we went out with him and his wife Sandy, and me and my brother are sitting there. Joey scores 3 goals. They had him on the TV, and they're like, everybody's buying us drinks. We got fucking hammered. We never paid for anything the whole night because they're like, Joey got a hat trick. Send him over a pitcher.
Nice.
We're like, Jesus, you guys don't even know us. So it was pretty fun. So now you got 4 goals in a game in a playoff game.
5 in 2 games, yeah.
Yeah.
Rick joined us. Hello, Rick.
Hello.
We already ate all that.
Hello, Bald.
Hello, boys.
Did
Let me get that one.
He said, huh? Did you hear me?
What the hell's going on?
I said,
here?
hello, Bald.
Oh, bald.
You didn't get it? You got it now.
No, I got it now.
You got a good? We just started. You got a good?
I do.
Go
My
ahead.
good and my ugly are together.
That's fine.
My good is Nikolai Jokic. Did
Okay.
you see it?
Yes.
Elbowing the Suns owner. And in his interview, it was they asked him about it, and he goes, he's just a fan. He's sitting courtside. He's a fan.
If I did that, I get kicked out. If I held the ball from a player like
Exactly.
that, I get kicked out.
So
I would.
So good on him. He didn't address him as the owner of the team.
And
He said
the
he's a
owner
fan.
flopped.
Oh, big time.
He just kind of
Big
shoved him a
time.
little bit, and he
He's
flopped.
an ex-Michigan State
I was
player.
like,
so
are you kidding me? The owner's flopped now.
Yeah.
what's also good about it is that they didn't suspend because there was talk about
No.
them possibly suspending Jokic.
Yeah.
and they didn't, of course. So
The owner
that's-
said he was fine with it today. He said it was no big
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Well,
he
the
said
owner
there
knows
should've
he's
been no
wrong because you
tackle.
watch the
Yeah.
whole replay. The guy in the third row gets the ball, and you see him right away. He's like, "Here you go." He threw it like trade throw. Okay, here you go.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not holding on to this thing.
Yeah.
because you can't do that. I mean, he held on and like Jokic went to grab and he like was tugging warring with him. I'm like,
yeah.
What?
And then he went back and he put his forearm, I guess you say, on his hip, on Jokic's hip. So that's when he pushed him, where he not elbow.
you don't
Yeah.
touch a
But,
player.
yeah, you
Yeah.
push back.
Well,
Any other person, you're
Oh,
banned.
yeah.
You're banned from sports.
Yeah.
From
Well,
NBA.
and the thing is, Jokic was done by tugging back and forth. Jokic should have just started walking away this way with it.
Yeah, straight back.
Just start backing up. He's gonna come with you or let go.
Well, would that have been embarrassing if you'd have been out on the court? Like,
I got the phone.
Next thing he's like Stan
My
Van Gundy
ball.
grabbing his leg. Alonzo Mourning,
Yeah,
right?
that morning.
and was it enough to throw the game off? Because I mean, Jokic scored 53 or whatever, but
well, they
lost,
would
though.
have had a fast break right then and there. Too.
I know that's what I'm saying.
He was
Is it
trying to get
enough-
the ball, and
Yeah,
he
he's trying to get the ball, get it on the court.
should have
Because
been
they've been 4-on-5.
Wow.
Why isn't he teed up?
Should have been a T on. It should have been a technical on. It's a home court thing. A fan did it at
Yeah,
home.
a Bartman type thing
Yeah,
almost.
it should have been a T on them too,
Yeah.
and they shouldn't have got the free throw out of
It didn't affect the game. I mean, the Suns won, right?
Yeah, Suns won,
but they won
Jokic-
by a lot, right?
They won by 4.
Yeah.
Oh, so it kind of
It was a 2-point game or 3-point game with 27 seconds
kind of
left.
had some stank to
Oh
it
yeah,
then,
and it was a 3-point game, which would have been a 2-point game if it wasn't for the technical.
Yeah.
Oh,
Think about it. I mean, he don't.
Yeah.
But that would be the math, right? 3 minus.
Yeah, I mean,
1
stuff
minus-
changes.
Well, 3 minus 1.
I forgot to wear my
it's
thinking
judgment.
cap.
It's a judgment
But
call
you know,
now.
it gave him a rest and everything else.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it changed the momentum.
Yeah.
So what was your bad then?
Same.
Oh, you're ugly.
Very
The
ugly.
owner just holding on to the ball just to stop the play
Yeah,
from happening.
billionaire holding on to the
good
ball.
gamer.
Yeah.
If you guys don't like it, I'll close the stadium. I can take my ball.
Everybody out.
We got one.
Everybody out. Party's over.
That's true.
Cops are coming. Mom called.
Jokic,
I own this place.
Jokic's on the sideline. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I wish Jokic's brothers would have been sitting there.
Oh, I know. If they were there,
The Russian mob or wherever he's from. They look like a mobster.
the owner would no longer be with us.
No, he may not. He maybe
Domino's
that's why
Biscuits.
maybe he was told to apologize today.
Probably.
He was told to.
Yes. You're
A
gonna
couple
apologize.
of guys with cathedral tattoos showed up. So
Yeah.
Where's he from, Jokic again?
He's
Like Serbian or something?
Serbia.
Serbia?
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't care.
Slovenia.
Oh, Slovenia maybe.
Is it which one is it? Serbia or
You better get it right because
Slavic.
some don't like each other.
Yeah, I don't want. That's what I mean. It's
There's a lot of.
He is
it'd
a
be
friend
like
of the
Puerto
show.
Rican
No,
and Mexican.
they're
you know?
Yugoslavian. Say that. They'll love that.
Oh yeah.
They don't even exist anymore.
No, that's what happened. They broke, right? Serbia, yeah. Or is it Croatia became one of
It
them?
was like Croatia,
Serbia,
Serbia, yeah,
Herzegovina, all those
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
right there.
He's Serbian.
Serbian.
Okay.
I'm glad we got that right.
And
So.
his brothers are
Serbian.
Serbian as well. Let's just say that they're soldiers of they fight some battles.
A soldier of love.
Soldiers of fortune.
Soldiers of
As
fortune.
Donny Osmond sang about.
Yes.
My good is I got two because I didn't know if someone would take, but they were going to take this. I will give a shout out, and I wouldn't normally do this because the Bucks aren't around, but I'll give a shout out to NBA playoffs. They are actually entertaining. Every series is back and forth. They're good series. Phoenix tied it up last night after being down 2-0. So you got a lot of good things going on in the NBA, and I will shout out to also the AL East. The last place Yankees are 18-17, but they'd be half game out in the NL Central right now. So a shout out to the AL East being pretty good.
That's solid.
Pretty
I saw that
good.
today.
Pretty good. That was my good. Willie, you're bad.
My bad is watch this weekend, but Glenn Kuiper.
That's what I got too.
Do you really? Oh my god, Glenn Kuiper with the A's.
The announcer.
Oh, yeah. Well, when I watched it several times, they just kept doing it over, and he didn't mean to say that.
Right.
You just
No,
know.
he came in there. He's like, I'm saying it. I just want to wreck my career.
I want to wreck my
Obvious-
career.
I saw a headline, but what was it? The actual?
Well, what he said, he's like, okay, we had a phenomenal day. We went to the N-Word League Museum and Arthur Bryant's barbecue.
And then the guy next to him, his ex-player,
This guy.
is like because he's talking about, think about the barbecue, because the
Yeah.
barbecue's
Barbecue,
famous.
yeah.
Arthur Bryant is Ted Lasso. It's always in Ted Lasso.
Okay.
So it's behind all of his he's because he's from Kansas City.
Yeah.
And if you look at when he's on Zoom with his kid, his background behind him is Arthur Bryant's barbecue. That's
never
So
yeah.
you know, Willie, he was sitting there like, just don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say it. Then he says
And it was a Negro League museum.
Yeah.
we went to, and he said I thought it was like before I saw it, I was like, okay,
It sounded close,
it was
right?
no.
it was pretty
It
straight
sounded
up.
like it.
It was a hard.
I was like, oh my god, he just kept talking.
Are they canceling this guy?
He got suspended.
So I think the
he's-
producer was just like, no.
And then
He apologized later.
in the sixth inning,
Yeah.
it was like the sixth inning. And this guy's like going, I'm not sure what he's. The guy goes, I don't know what he was.
It was the hard R that got him.
Right.
It wasn't as sad as sad as Tom Brenneman.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh no, that was brutal.
That was so
I
sad.
mean, that was hateful. This guy just obviously
Yeah.
tripped over his tongue, and because, like you said, it's a mental thing. He was sitting there like, just make sure you
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't
And he
say
said
it.
it. Yeah.
And you know the league he was talking about, the N-word league, that was a tough league.
Yeah.
Those
Yes.
guys, the Bat Boys would beat your ass in that
sucks
league
because he's
It
like
was tough.
he's been with the A's, and the problem is the A's are just everything's just a mess. That's a dumpster fire in Oakland right now, from the booth to the field. Now
You know, there's two teams that are still in single digit wins, and who are they?
that's one of my
They
uglies.
just played each other.
That's one of my bads.
I won't even do it.
Yeah. It's one of my bads.
All right. So that's mine. That poor.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it would be the same way if somebody made some slur against a white guy or a homosexual guy, or we'd be sitting there going, obviously, the guy didn't mean ill will. He just tripped, but that's a career ender.
Could
Nothing
be.
you can do. I mean, it's not as bad as like Brenneman, like where it's hateful,
Yeah.
where he was just spewing out hate.
Yeah, he just said it and he was saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Rick. Bad.
I don't have a bad.
Okay.
I think we talk about your golf experience yesterday.
My golf experience?
Yeah, how'd it go?
Oh yeah, it was great. We hit the par 3 down in Waukegan.
Oh yeah, it's cool. That's cool,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, it's fun.
Which one? Greenshire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
How'd
Wife loved it.
Kristen do? How'd she shoot?
She shot average, about 70.
Oh, okay.
That's a
par
fun
3.
little course.
No, she did good. She did well. Beginning of the day, she struggled. Tried to hit the hell out of the ball and top it, and then got about the sixth hole, and she finally picked it up and driving straight as an arrow. 100.
I liked her golf shoes.
Yeah. There was one hole where the sprinkler wouldn't turn off, so it was just sopping wet. I'd stay away. I said, "Hit your ball. I'll come back and get you with the cart." She started walking. She's like, "Oh, God damn it!"
Poor shoes.
Yeah, poor shoes.
Do girls generally like shoot straighter than guys? Is it, or is there no difference?
It depends if you drink Bud Light or not.
What's that?
Depends if you drink Bud Light or not.
Oh, no, because like
I'm
like
kidding. That's
because you'll see
terrible.
like shooting a gun. Girls are usually more accurate because they're just a different like mindset type thing. I don't know with golf.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
golf enough.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Does she
Okay.
golf on a regular basis?
No.
Because there's that element of beginner's luck. That's
no
a
bad
definite-
habits.
'cause
No
Heather
bad
did
habits.
that.
That's
Yeah.
what it is with
Yep.
shooting. There's no
Okay.
bad habits.
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
probably the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when Heather played, she did the same thing. Just swing the club, boom, right down the
Yeah,
middle.
that's
and
Yeah.
There's an element.
Why is
of
this
that.
so hard, honey?
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, we develop all
That's
the
what
bad.
she never says.
Yeah,
You start thinking about the game, you develop all those bad habits because you're trying way
yeah.
too
She's
hard.
thinking about the Kardashians last night, and
she's
you're
like-
trying to not hook
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, baby.
Don't raise my head. Don't raise my head. Don't raise my head. Don't raise.
That's one thing I told her. I said,
million things
Don't
you
look
think
where your
about.
ball's going to go. That's my job.
That's
Says
right.
just look at the tee after you swing and hit the ball. Keep your eye on the tee. And then she finally clicked and straight down.
Imagine
straight
if you
down
could just go through the rest of your life just thinking that same way.
I know.
Just keep your head down and swing.
That's right.
Fucking terrible sport.
Bad.
My bad is golf. No. My bad, I think maybe I'm stealing yours now that you just mentioned it, or maybe not. My bad, and it's got a couple elements of good in it because the good thing is they broke their 8-game skid, and Paul Goldschmidt hit 3 400-foot homers. But my bad was going to be the St. Louis Cardinals. And it's good for us Brewers and Cubs fans. That's a good thing, but they've been playing like shit. And I don't even watch baseball.
Nobody's a Brewer fan here.
Yeah, it's true.
We're all Cubs fans and a Lion
I
fan
guess
or a
that's
Tiger
true.
fan. So who cares about the Brewers?
You like the Cubs?
They're on a skid too.
Yeah, well, they won yesterday.
But they were like 6 in a row. They lost before that or 5.
I think, they lost 7 in a
Yeah.
row.
The Pirates are the cream of the crop, right?
They're coming back. I think
It's a weird crop.
That division's wide open.
Yeah.
I still don't count the Cardinals out ever, but yeah, they're not very
I
good right now.
I mean, with the Brewers without Woodruff in there, and I mean, they'll win that division, but man, it's going to be a struggle.
Yeah.
I didn't steal yours, did I?
Well, yeah.
You were going to talk about bad baseball teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good one though.
I'll keep this one short. Vita Blue died today.
Yeah.
I met him up in Milwaukee one time at the All-Star game. Nice guy. I think he was 71. I think he won the MVP and the Cy Young.
Yeah, I remember watching that 71 All-Star game.
Yeah. I didn't.
That would have been in July. I would not have been born yet.
No.
You were 10. 9. You were 9.
9. That's right. I was
he was
9.
He was a gentleman. He was one of the nicer guys. We got backstage for the All-Star game, and
Willie was
9 times. 9 times. 9 times.
Well, rest in power.
9 times.
Vita Blue.
9 times.
The la-
9 times.
just think about
9
this.
times.
That year, Vita
9
Blue won
times.
like 27 games. The A's have won, 6 this year?
Don't take his bad.
No, my bad was going to be the Cardinals, and I'm not going to count the A's because the A's nobody picked, but I'm going to count the Cardinals and the White Sox.
What's the White Sox record?
They don't have 10 wins either, I don't think, or they're right on the cusp.
They're like
Also.
10 or
I think they're
11.
just
9.
passed.
They
I
just
think
passed.
they're- yeah.
Yeah, they are not very good for a team that some people picked.
12 wins.
And not just us.
They have 12.
Oh, so they won 3 out of the last
They're
4.
hot.
probably.
They're hot.
But I'm just saying, like, for guys, and there's not just us, but people around the country picked them to maybe make a playoff run.
I picked them the last 3 years.
3
now.
years, yeah.
They were they were supposed to be the better Chicago team.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we all would have said that. I mean, we would all have said, yeah, they're going to be probably better than the Cubs. But I mean, and the Cardinals are the most surprising thing. But with the Cardinals, eventually everything
luck.
you touch
They
can't
always
turn to
get
gold
hot.
anymore.
Yeah.
And
Dude, Flaherty's been awful.
yeah, and they're
So With that, aren't you going to talk about the elephant in the room with the big contract? The big contract to St. Louis?
Look at my picture.
I thought he was talking about the
Wilson
Oakland A's.
Contreras.
The elephant in the room?
Oh, Contreras.
Oh.
He got moved to. He's not catching anymore.
The
DH and outfield.
Cubs had problems with him catching too.
The Cubs dodge a lot of bullets for those guys. Only guy, like I said, and Schwarber's only batting 190 right now too. So
He went 0 for 17.
Yeah,
I pulled him out of the fantasy league lineup, and they hit a home run and a double the next day.
So I'm just saying. I mean, the Cubs made all the right moves. We talk about it all the time, and I'm trying to give them credit, but they did the right thing. And right now, they actually have a better lineup now than they had in the last 3 years.
Oh, it's a different kind of baseball
And
now.
it's a decent, and
baseball.
it's not a lineup. I'm not saying it's better than the best in the league.
Right.
Because I think in the last 3 weeks they're like batting 175 with runners in scoring position, which that's why they're kind of in the last 10 games. So they're 3-7 and they batted 175 with runners in scoring position. But their lineup now is constructed. If you said 3 years ago, here's going to be a lineup and it's going to be a better lineup than this lineup, we'd all said you're crazy. There's no, and
It's
it is
such a head scratcher,
It's
though,
baseball.
isn't it?
They're playing baseball, hit and run. They got guys that put the bat on the ball,
Yeah.
and you make the defense like the other day. A fly ball, the outfield against the Marlins. The guy lost in the sun. If you strike out, he can't lose in the sun. It's just
You
stuff
got to
that can't
put
happen.
the whole stealing bases now and putting pressure on the pitcher.
Corner's leading the league or top
he's
up there
right up
steals. Yeah, I mean,
If he lost the ball in the sun and Harry Carey was still around, what would he say?
Oh,
Here's a guy from Puerto Rico or someplace where the sun shines 360, and I just can't understand it. He loses the ball in the sun.
that's the best, too. That's a true story.
I just can't figure it out. Or some Latin country where the sun shines.
365 days.
And he
and
loses
then we
the
went and
ball
got
in the
some
sun.
barbecue.
Yeah. Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue.
I need to start telling Harry. The other one's the Steve Trout one. You know, Steve Trout makes $8.2 million. He's 2-11. He's got to be collecting his paycheck with a ski mask and a pistol. He'd be fired now instantly.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
he
he
said
would-
pistol.
I know. Yeah, right.
That's good.
We're going to ugly now, right?
We're all over the
I did
place.
mine. You did your bad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're ugly.
I'm ugly. All right, yeah.
Yeah, it works every
Oh,
time.
Jesus. C-Law. Here he goes looking in his
I just got a
pages.
text. Nico Horner just got hurt.
Just now.
Yeah.
We
Just
jinxed him.
jinxed him. All
Is
his
this
steals.
insider information or?
Well, he's working. He just texted me, so
Oh, so he's watching.
yeah. You can turn the Cubs if you want. I mean, we can turn it.
I can't.
You don't care either way.
I care, but I can't do this. I guess I could talk.
You could
like
do the
this.
whole
I have
time.
no idea what you guys are saying.
What's going on?
Last time I looked at the TV this way, I watched the Bucks lose game 4 or whatever. I don't know. But go ahead. Who's ugly?
My
Besides
ugly is,
Willie?
we talked about it earlier, but the 7 horses dying at Churchill Downs.
Yeah.
You know, you remember back in 2019 at Santa Anita, I think 40-some horses died there.
Do you remember? That was when we first started the show.
I don't, and I know Eric, you like horse racing. And that I don't get the I don't really get the pageantry over the. I don't get it at all. Bunch of people get together, wear hats, and I don't get it.
I think it's a tradition. Just a tradition thing.
I just don't
is.
get it. Which is cool, but I also will say one thing. They've closed dog tracks all over the country because of stuff like this. They're done. Dog racing in the country is done.
West Virginia has 2 of them.
Yeah,
I know that.
But they're gonna. Well, Florida closed all theirs. We close all of ours.
Iowa still had. Did
nope,
they close
it's
them all?
closed. The ones that we used to go to is done. I don't know if it's monetary, but I know Florida closed theirs because they got pressure from
Right.
the humane right people.
What are you doing with
So,
all these damn greyhounds?
How far down the road is horse racing from all this? I mean, when you got horses dying, but I guess how many you said died? 40?
40-some in 2019 at
So
Santa
40
Anita.
horses died and they didn't stop it, I guess. Like I said, I shouldn't say it. I get it. I get it, the whole thing. But it's tradition, but it's just like you watch it now. It's almost like you watch it on TV, and like I remember watching it 15 years ago on TV. It had a different aesthetic, is that the correct word? Than it does now. Now it looks just a bunch of people that don't belong there.
So this is my.
Just we're gonna hang out and hang over the fence.
Well,
it's just a bunch. Now it's just I
to
don't
be
know.
seen there.
Yeah,
it's like the Kardashians are there wearing a big fucking hat.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
This is my ugly. What everything you're saying is my ugly, and I do.
So I should take. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I get it.
I'll just add on to what
get
he
it.
said and
Yeah.
what you said.
Yeah.
I like the race. the race itself.
It is
In
entertaining.
fact, because I was so freaking busy, all I did is I had the coverage was on. Logan was watching it. I watched the race. That's all I watched.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 minutes is all I watched. But I've watched it over the years, and I've never sat and watched all the hoopla. The hoopla is different than it used to be. Now it's all about what celebrities are
Who's
there,
who, what are they
who.
wearing.
So is it like the Met Gala of sports?
It kind of is. Yeah,
Well,
it
the Met
kind of
Gala,
is.
the Met Gala is meant to be like that.
Yeah, that's-
cheesy,
But that's what this
you know
is.
what
It's a
I'm saying?
big fashion show.
Is the Met Gala a fundraiser though?
Yes.
The Met Gala is a fundraiser, I believe. So they're making money for charities.
Still.
But it's just weird because that's just people dressed up like at Met Gala. I'm sorry, the person was dressed up as a cat.
Well, there's weird stuff. Yeah,
Oh,
and,
no, I'm sorry, go
and
ahead.
some of the real cool traditional things about it seem to be kind of even lost. Like Logan we couldn't even find because we kept rewinding fast. We couldn't even find the bugler doing the thing.
I watched it.
Okay, so you saw it.
I saw it. Yeah.
But every time you stopped, there was Patrick Mahomes doing the riders up. It was more about that than it seems like some of the real traditional things. I don't know, and it's it's a very tainted sport.
I was going to say the same thing as I watched about 10 minutes before it started because I set an alarm. I was outside in the yard, same thing. And the first thing I see is Patrick Mahomes getting stopped by Mattress Mac and, talking about, you should have bet on me, and this and that and going back. And it's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. So my ugly is Budweiser selling 7 horses to Churchill Downs, just to make up for the Bud Light.
Had to keep their mouths shut.
That's funny.
That's great.
Yeah, it's not what it used to be. I started watching it like maybe 20 years ago. I thought it was really cool then. It just kind of has faded for me a little bit.
I think the most exciting thing for me out of all of it is I think it's more exciting to watch what's the last one? It's Belmont Stakes.
The Belmont.
What's the?
Well, when you have Preakness is the second one and the Belmont's the third.
Belmont Stakes to me is the best race because if a horse is going for Triple
if you
Crown,
have
then you
the
want to
Triple
watch
Crown,
that.
yeah,
right.
And that was
entertaining.
was cool when American Pharoah. I mean, when you had a couple of Triple Crown winners over the last 10 years after you didn't have one for 30 years. That was kind of cool, and I like that. In fact, the first thing Logan and I did is when the race ended, and I'm like, whatever, who won, Madge or whatever. I go, you watch this, Logan, and we went to YouTube and watched the Belmont Secretariat win the Belmont by like 27 lengths. I mean, that's impressive.
They didn't have the right testing equipment back
Yeah,
then.
I guess so. Very possible, but it's a good story.
Years ago. You remember
50
Bradley?
years. 73.
That was before we were born.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that horse that took second
What?
in that race at Kentucky Derby?
This year?
No, against Secretariat.
The Belmont or the
Secretariat ran the
fastest
159.
Yeah.
Well, that horse that took second place had his second fastest race
Yeah, I'm
ever.
sure. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
And Secretariat still holds the record for all
Yes.
3 tracks.
Yep.
Jesus.
It's impressive.
So, maybe you can explain this to me because I'm just a layperson.
Why
do they only race 3-year-olds? Why didn't Secretariat come back the next year and kick the shit out of everybody?
I think maybe that's their peak. That's when they're the fastest.
How can he be any less fast?
Think about what they go through, and it's probably they're running those things crazy every day. They probably,
and I know
they probably have to
it's about money too, as they can get them for all the the sperm.
Studded them out, yeah.
Okay, I got one more question for you since you're the horse racing guy here.
I don't know.
Why do they just shoot the horse?
Because it's going to be freaking miserable.
Because a horse can't convalesce laying down.
Look at those legs and look at those.
They can't.
Yeah.
So he can't like chew his cutter. It can't digest.
They can't exist and
So
recover laying down.
They're now.
Yeah.
I've watched a little thing about this. There's a pressure point at the bottom of their feet that if they stand still, their legs will pool with blood. And when they walk, it's like a pump at the bottom of their heel that pumps the blood through their body.
Really?
So if they just sit stagnant and don't move, the blood doesn't circulate.
That's the.
That sounds like a transformer horse, not a real horse.
Because I'm like,
disguise.
Can't we develop something that would, like a knee brace? My knee's all mangled right now. I can still get up and down the stairs, but
Plus, they're pumping those things so full of drugs these days too.
yeah, so you think those drugs could, keep that blood moving?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
the dog track used to do that to dogs.
They just shoot the dog too.
Well, they would not shoot them, but
give them
Come out there with a shotgun.
Euthanize them with a.
That was Scott's job at the dog track. Here's a shotgun.
Were they shooting them? Did they shoot them this year, or did they give them a needle?
they probably needle them. They probably don't shoot them anymore.
I was gonna say Ed would probably.
I ain't doing
Make the
that.
race more interesting. Just shoot them while they're racing. Why did
that would be
the
interesting?
favorite scratch?
Shoot the jockeys off of them.
The favorite didn't. They scratched the favorite Forte, but they didn't euthanize.
He got some kind of
Sore
foot cramp.
Sprain.
Yeah.
Foot soreness.
But
They
he's
said-
going to be. He's not euthanized.
No, he just said he was fine.
He
So
might be able
what's-
to go out to stud then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the point then? Because he's not worth anything. If this is only shot. Now
He's
worth
racing the
something
Preakness.
Is he?
Okay, so there you go. And he's going to be worth something to go to stud
nice.
to
I
breed.
was actually right on that.
Yeah, no, I was legitimately asking. I wasn't being an asshole like usual.
I'm just surprised.
I don't
actually
think this
remembered
horse
and I
won the
was
Triple
right.
Crown because I think that
Forte is going to come
Forte
in.
will come back.
Probably.
Oh, dude,
that's
he had a
happened
couple
before.
big years. He's a mutter.
And actually, the horse that came in third in this race had pretty solid odds, and he was up front. He just kind of. I think when I'm watching, it looked like it kind of just. He just kind of died out at the end, so it's just something.
See, Jace's horse was winning at the beginning.
Like for seconds.
Yeah, it was the first thing. And Jace's. I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah. Jace's. What was it called?
I got it right here. It's
But it was like the first time they named him. He was in first place as
Jace's Road. Jace's Road finished 18th.
But
It
he
went
was
with all
leading.
those scratches. It went from 50-1 to 33-1 that morning. The winner obviously was Madge, which was a 15-1 horse. Two Phils, which is it's Phil Mickelson's horse, and it describes how bipolar he. I forget. Angel of Empire. That's one you're thinking. 8-1.
No, his horse raced on the Live Horse Tour.
Yeah.
I see what you
I
did
had
there.
somebody else. I didn't watch Live. I still haven't watched it, but somebody else tell me about watching Live and how it's crazy. Like they actually play music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do they take carts? Are they in carts? Or
I
do they
don't
walk?
think. No, they walk, right?
But they can wear shorts.
They wear shorts, yeah.
Or jorts.
They got
Jorts?
they got a hole where they throw shit at the players. You know.
That's
if they get a hole in one, yeah. Right? Oh, that's fantastic.
Do they really?
Waste Management Tour. They do it. The Waste Management Open. They did that.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Was that your ugly?
My ugly was the horse just jumping in the horse racing stuff. So
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I'm
What was
good.
your ugly?
Mine, the whole Bud Light situation we've mentioned a couple times is a joke, but it's been going on for weeks now. I think they were hoping that would have just like disappeared and people would have forgot about it, but it ain't happening. It's not so dilly now, is it?
Dilly.
No, I mean there's like memes and the Babylon Bee. There's satire every day still, and some of this shit's hilarious. I mean, I've seen a couple. I think there was one today somebody sent in. It was funny as shit.
Yeah.
Again, it's just nonstop. And
Have we seen what their sales is?
no,
since?
it's down a lot. It's
Oh,
like
sure.
40% or it's quite a bit.
InBev was like kind of saying, well, you know that Bud Light only accounts for about 1% of what their whole.
They actually reported like an 8% increase this year, or the first quarter. But yeah, Bud Light's like 1% of their
1% of
revenue.
their sales, yeah.
So, but Bud Light's getting hit hard.
But
So, did you see they're pandering to like the audiences now with these new commercials? Have you seen these new commercials? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're awful. It's like, you're an American. You love hamburgers, guns, and big tits. Why not enjoy an American-made lager while you bone your wife who doesn't have a penis? Or the next time you're pinned down during a mass shooting, enjoy the taste of America, Bud Light.
That must have been written by the Bud Knight.
But that's what it sounds like.
Dilly.
I thought you were going to come back at the end and say,
he has emphysema.
I thought you were going to come back at the end and say, drink your Lone Star beer.
Dude, it's horrible. I mean, it's something like that. Every one of them, it's like,
Well,
oh
I
my
think
God.
they-
What would the frogs say?
Out of all the beverages that this company probably has, I think they picked the wrong beverage to do this with. I mean, isn't Michelob Ultra part of their?
Yeah.
They should use that.
I love Michelob Ultra.
But I'm just saying, Michelob Ultra is more of a thing. You know, I mean, if you're a woman or want to be a woman, that's cool.
Walking a fine line here, Scott.
But no, and I'm just
Walking a
saying,
fine
most of
line.
them aren't going to be drinking. No matter, they're going to be drinking stuff like that, White Claws, things like that. It would make
Spritzers.
Golden.
What and it would have been a smarter move. And I don't care. I mean, I don't drink Bud Light. I drink Coors Light. If it was for Coors Light, I'd still drink Coors Light. I wouldn't go drinking it. I don't live my life like that. I don't get upset over something. It is what they want to do it. That's cool. I get it. They made a mistake, and people, you know, and whatever. And you can't be mad if people get mad about it. You can't be mad if people stop buying it. That's your prerogative, so you can't be mad at that either. I mean, that's up to you. You don't want to buy it, don't buy it.
Haven't we just heard for like the last 5 years the left going, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences. We've heard that for 5 years. Like, you know, if you say something about Trump, you should be fired from your job because that's the consequence. But now when something like this happens, they're like, oh, hold on there, you know.
I did see an ad that Costco was selling 36 packs of Bud Light for it was like $12, $13.
Oh, I might get some.
Yeah, it's that cheap. Grab it.
Shh.
That should be our beer of the week next week.
Guilty.
Are we doing 2 beers? Did you bring some beer?
I did not.
Oh,
What?
I did not.
After all that hype, huh?
I bought tequila
Oh, I'm going to Benny's.
Well, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
and a bottle of Maker's Mark that's partnered with Chicago Cubs.
Oh, really? That's cool.
And Bud
Which
Light.
Benny's did you go to?
The one on Gurney, right across from Gurney Mills.
Okay. So it's got a Cubs logo on it then?
So my ugly
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
is just happened. I think yesterday or today, maybe. Our
That she got a blue top on
Bob
it too.
Bob Huggy Bear Huggins
Yeah, I heard that one too.
was on an interview, and he called the Xavier fans the word for cigarette in Britain
Oh, really?
twice.
Yeah.
Really?
And I do not think he's going to survive this. I think he will be fired pretty quick.
And he
And he should be.
He probably should. I mean,
It's just dumb. I mean, you don't 15 years ago you don't talk like that. I mean,
He's
it's
run his
stupid.
course anyway.
Yeah,
this
he is
guy.
just that guy.
He's
too.
already got a job. I told you. Did I tell you this? Iona's going to hire him.
They have an opening,
the forgiving.
but I don't think he survives this.
no, I don't
really
either. And he
don't.
probably should. I mean,
I mean,
there's got to be some consequences. The way he said it, too. Again, it goes back to the intent. So supposedly, like, some fans were throwing penises at him or something, like rubber penises. Or I don't know what the whole situation was, and they were talking about that.
What's the issue with that?
Which, I mean, again, that's wrong, too. I mean, you shouldn't be throwing anything, especially rubber penises.
I want to waste a good
Doesn't it always happen
rubber
at
penis?
at the Bills game when the Patriots are there?
Yeah, but then he drops these 2 F-bombs, and it's like, that was, it was unnecessary, for one thing.
I think he said those.
But it was hateful, again.
Those Fs.
Yeah.
British
Those
cigarettes.
Catholic Fs.
That Catholic Fs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now we're mixing in God,
He doubled
huh?
down. He doubled down on the whole thing. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
The Catholic thing, he's gonna no problem. I mean, that's fine in America today. But
And he's one of those guys. I mean, all these coaches.
He's a
He's one of those coaches
He's
again.
been like
He's done things that he probably shouldn't have.
was he Nicky Van
recruiting-wise.
Exel's coach?
Hey, he was at Cincinnati team.
Yeah,
That
he's
was a
been
good
around
team.
for a long time.
Blunt, Corey Blunt was on that team.
Yeah.
Van Ax was on that. That was a good team.
Yeah.
That team went to the Final Four, I believe. Too.
where is he? Where's he even at right now?
West Virginia.
West Virginia. That's right. Okay.
I mean,
This is surprising being in West Virginia. All this has happened.
So I got a one to add on here. It's for another guy that's used to consequences from bad actions. Chris Brown and his posse attacked Usher at a roller rink on his 34th birthday
at a roller rink. I love it.
in Vegas.
I love it.
So they went. Usher threw him a party at a roller rink. He assaulted some girl or something. Usher's yelled at him in the place.
Don't do that.
Then followed him out to his bus later or whatever. And he's like, "Hey, you can't act like that." And so his posse beat the shit out of Usher. He got a broken nose and oh yeah,
Why are they
Better
friends?
watch out. Bieber's coming after him now.
yeah. You don't want Beaver after you.
No.
The what's that? The
Biebs?
I'm
Belieber?
I'm a believer.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, isn't it? Beaver.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
You know
I
it.
got a fever.
You know
I
it.
got a fever for Beaver.
You're a believer?
I got Bieber.
Just like you're a Swiftie.
I got to watch what I say now. I'm thinking of it in my head. I don't want to say the wrong word instead of Bieber.
boner.
Beaver?
We have to watch this skit that was on Saturday Night called Cork Soakers.
Oh, I've seen that before. Yeah. Cork Soakers. Yep.
Yeah, chocolate salty balls too, right?
Was that your
Chef?
No, that was.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
threw that in there because current events.
Yeah.
It's a good time to do it.
So let's talk about the MLB playoffs, or I'm sorry, NBA playoffs going on right now. We talked about last week. Right now, Knicks Miami playing tonight. Knicks are up in the series. Miami's up in the series 2-1 in this series. The Suns and Denver are tied up 2-2 in their series. Lakers and who are the Lakers playing?
Warriors.
Lakers Warriors are tied up 2-2.
No,
Correct? Or
Lakers are up.
2-1. Yeah, Lakers are up 2-1 in
Yeah,
the series.
yeah.
And then their series is the
Philly Boston?
yeah, Philly
2-2?
Boston
2-2,
also,
yeah.
and it looks like Brunson just sprained his ankle. That's awesome.
Not good for him.
Ow, and that's going to be a foul because he stepped in his path to land. That's why you can't do that.
He might be okay.
That's a crappy play right there. But so right now, like I said, that's the one thing about the NBA playoffs. It's pretty exciting right now. Entertaining. I usually don't watch a lot, but since the series, I've been watching a little more just because the series are actually entertaining. They're not like sweeps and they're gonna win or they're gonna win and.
We usually turn them on every night. And not that I sit there and watch them, but I sit for a part of it, usually a fourth quarter or something. And yeah, they've been entertaining.
Yeah, we'll watch some shows at night or something. Every time we get a break, we'll go change shows. I'll turn on a game if it's near the end, or I'll watch the last 10 minutes of the game or 8 minutes or whatever. Because they've all been pretty close games too. Overall, some have been, but overall, it's been good games.
I feel like I haven't seen enough of the Celtics-Sixers series, and that's been the good one.
Yeah, that's been.
It's like I get the later. Usually by the time I'm able to sit down with running around everywhere with practices, it's the later games like the Western Conference games. And
I think the Phoenix Denver series. Has been
I've seen a lot of that.
Got going now.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the Lakers and Golden State, which it's entertaining.
Oh yeah.
It's helped us helped me get over the depression of the Bucks a little bit. I mean, whatever.
So
I like that stat that you sent us about the Jimmy Butler Giannis thing.
Yeah. Oh, the guarding thing. Yeah.
The guarding.
You see that stat, you guys? I mean,
part of it is kind of hard to guard him when you miss 3 games.
Yeah, but
can't really guard him from the bench.
He's only guard.
I know. He should have guarded him in the last game for sure.
Should have guarded him more, and that's why Budenholzer.
Especially after the game 4 he had. Then it should have been like all hands on deck.
Yeah.
And that's. I mean, I don't know if you want. I wanted to talk a little bit about not so much Budenholzer firing, but if you're, I don't know if you got more.
Who's up?
Yeah, part of it is just looking at the coaching carousel, or we call it the recycling of these guys, these coaches. And I'm okay with them firing Budenholzer. I get it, and part of me as a Bucks fan says, hey, you know what? That tells me that these guys are serious about winning championships. And if this guy's going to be wishy-washy or whatever and make some bad decisions, then I don't care if he won a championship. He's gone, And I'm sure it was cordial and all that stuff. But the hard part for me is taking a look at the NBA coaches and the situation and who these guys are. Like, you could look, I looked up a couple things. There was, going into this season, it ranked the top, what they thought were the top 10 coaches in the NBA. And some of them are obvious, Kerr, Spoelstra. But number 10 is Ed's guy, Doc Rivers. Okay, we keep recycling these guys. Doc, gets fired, he gets hired. He gets fired, he gets hired. And there's other guys like that, like Ty Lue. And so Nick Nurse now, everybody says, hire Nick Nurse. I'm sorry, didn't Nick Nurse just get fired from the Raptors because he wasn't successful enough after he won a championship 3 years ago, right? I mean, he lost the team is what I heard.
I'm on the fence with Nick Nurse, and the reason I'm on the fence because Nick Nurse, I'll put it this way. If Kerr coached Toronto, would they have been good? Kerr's had the advantage of having very good players around him his whole career. And it's saying Phil Jackson, all these guys we credit, Red Auerbach, they're great coaches, but they always had great talent. They were coaching. It's not like they magically made these guys great. They were great players.
Well, this is part of the problem. It's the NBA, especially more than anything. It's about the players.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, I'm back again. I'm okay with them dismissing Coach Bud, but the hard part for me is who do I get excited about now? I'm not. If they hire Nick Nurse, I'll be like, okay.
But
fine.
I think
I'm not going to be fired up about that.
Like I said, this will be Nick Nurse's the most talent he's ever had. Not even close. It'll be hands down.
Yeah.
Besides the championship, I guess Kawhi Leonard was on fire that year, and he's a great player.
The Hall of Famer.
But he played great that series, and since then he's been a good NBA player, one of the better ones, but not in the last 3 years. You wouldn't go, well, who's the best player in the NBA? You name 5 or 6, he wouldn't be in your 5 or 6
because he hasn't been on the court. But I mean, at that time, that season,
you
would say he was a top 5 in the NBA.
But you'd still name LeBron. He missed a ton of games the last 2 years.
Yeah.
You say LeBron. I mean, Kawhi just had and Van Vliet was awesome, and he's still been good. And who was the other guy that shot the lights out against him? The other guy that was kind of all over.
Sure.
They just had a good series. But I think the coach I got to go get is a guy who understands how to coach defense in the NBA.
Well, that's my
and
who is that guy? Because now if you look at here, my other thing that I looked up is the same website, but it's top available head coaches, going into – and tell me if you know – I mean, a couple of these guys – Quinn Snyder got hired already. Mike D'Antoni. Now, we're recycling another old guy.
He's an offensive guy, though. They'll score with him.
So here's a couple names. Now, Kenny Atkinson. He's number 3 as far as the best available coaches. Do you guys know who he is?
I don't even know who that is.
Brooklyn Nets assistant coach.
Yeah, I knew he was assistant. I can't remember. I thought
and he got fired. Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson's now been away from NBA coaching since the Steve Kerr era began. And so would we be excited? Like, go get Mark Jackson right now. He had issues with the ownership. He had issues with the general manager. He had issues with the players. Couldn't get through with them. Kerr comes in and he wins championship. So
if it's next one's Don Nelson or Jason Kidd.
Yeah. Well, Becky Hammon, who we talked about, and she's, I think, interviewing with the Raptors.
Yeah, would you guys be happy with Becky Hammon being the new Bucks coach?
Yeah, I would take a shot. I mean, I'd be fine.
If she coaches defense, that's their problem.
Yeah. And a lot of these names.
They got to bring a guy with. If the coach comes, he has to have a system of defense. He doesn't be the coach, but a system of defense has worked. Mike D'Antonio has never proved he can coach defense ever in his career. Every team he's coached averaged 125 points. He gives up 128. We did that already. We've done that.
Yeah.
We just saw that happen.
You're right.
You can't have that happen again.
You're right. But then do you also take a chance on a guy like Sam Cassell? Do we take a chance? Now we have a championship team, right? Do we bring in a guy that's never coached before or never been a head coach? No, you don't go that direction either. So you're stuck in the middle.
Would you like to see an assistant coach that's never got a job right now?
I think the guy I would lean toward, and I know he was on the staff, and I don't know if he'd take the job, but it's a job. And I think the guy the Bucks might hire is it Charles Lee?
I didn't
or
see his
Charles
name on here.
Allen. He's an assistant coach, Bud.
Allen?
I think it's Charles Lee. He's an ex-player.
I don't know.
And I think he's young. And I think he may be a guy. I could be wrong with the name. I just saw
Charles Lee.
I could be wrong.
Is he on the staff now?
I'll find. I got it.
Yeah, find out for me. It came up. Jace just sent a report.
Charles Lee Bucks.
Yeah, Charles Lee. Jace just sent a report. Contreras was booed when he came by the bleachers, and they were chanting "traitor" during his at bat.
Ouch.
So good stuff.
So Bucks coaching candidates, according to CBS Sports a couple days ago, is Nick Nurse, Charles Lee among the likeliest.
Yeah. Charles Lee, I think, is a guy. I mean, Nick Nurse, like I said, I don't mind Nick Nurse because this is a talented team. But the problem is, Middleton might not be around. Brooke Lopez might not be around. So it's going to be a little different makeup of the team, and they may have to do different things. And who knows?
Charles Lee is he's young. He's 38. He was a former player. He's an associate head coach for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes.
And he's from that same tree with Quinn Snyder, Tyler Jenkins.
Do we know anything
Darvin
about?
Ham.
Is he a defensive guy? Is he an offensive guy?
And I know what maybe his associate, maybe his job was. That's a problem though. If his job was the defense, then I wouldn't hire him because the defense was bad.
Like this says, could he keep the bulk of the system in place and make a few tweaks that would get him over the hump?
And that was the hook.
I think we need to learn more about this guy.
That was the hook on Coach Bud. I think they would talked about. And I think I compared him to. I think we were talking last week, and I just compared him because Lovie Smith was with the Bears. They did their defense work great 95% of the time. When 5% didn't work against certain teams, they would just stay doing it, and they get beaten. I think that's what the Bucks did. They would keep doing the same thing, saying it'll make itself right. Didn't make itself right, and I don't know. I don't have a problem with Nick Nurse. It's just these names don't. And Budenholzer didn't when he came. I was like, oh, he was the same thing. Oh, okay. He came from Popovich. Makes sense. He was that tree. That's a good tree to come from.
Yeah, Pop is still listed as one of the top coaches in the NBA. I think he's exempt.
Well,
he's just exempt.
How about the Bucks already be able to pry him away and come to Milwaukee?
Yeah, he's been around long time.
It's dangerous down there, though.
He hasn't had talent in a long time.
Yeah.
When he had talent, he could go. He was a great coach.
It's been a rough week for Texas. Do you think they could handle losing Pop, too?
Yeah. So,
I don't know. It's something to think about. I know we have nothing to do with making the hiring decision, but
now I have another question for you. And we were talking about this at work the other day, and the guys at work kind of brought it up, and I was like, that's pretty interesting if you think about it. And I know this is understandably, it could or could not happen, but in 2 years or this year, the Bucks can actually renegotiate with Giannis in the fall coming up. They don't have to, and he doesn't have to accept anything. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't change the world or anything. But do you think in 2 years Giannis stays here?
Ooh.
Well,
as of right now, I don't think he stays.
There's got to be a lot that happens in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
You make a good coaching hire. You see where things go. I mean, like you said, Middleton and Lopez and I don't know if he's going to be upset with Middleton and Lopez leaving. Drew Holiday, it's just going to depend who's there. Can they pry away a Damian Lillard or somebody like that? So, I mean, I always thought he'd be here for the end of his contract and maybe even another one and then be gone at some point, but because he's not even 30 years old.
Be a part owner by that time.
Yeah.
I
know he's loyal. He's a loyal person, I think. And so he's going to trend towards staying.
And the one thing, I was watching this the other night. I kind of watching like Embiid play and Jokic play, and we've all Doncic play, and all these guys. The one thing that we've talked about this before, and I don't know if this would be the path the Bucks have to take. And Giannis is my favorite player, one of my favorite players of all time, just his way he carries himself, how he acts, how he plays the
Both
game.
on and off the court.
He's never done anything wrong. He just.
Family oriented.
Yeah. And a lot of guys have nothing wrong. I shouldn't say that, but I'm just saying he's just that guy you want to root for.
The
okay?
hometown guy.
He posted pictures of him and his kids at the zoo.
If
today.
we took the face off him and watched him play the NBA game, and you compared him to these, and I even said he should have won MVP this year, so I think he's a great player.
Mm-hmm.
But if you compare him to Jokic, Doncic, and guys like that, those guys are way better offensively than Giannis is. Not even close.
They're better what?
Yeah, offensively. And it's not even close. And here's why. Those guys can make shots wherever they want, whenever they want. They make everybody better around him. So it's Giannis, but you watch like Jokic last night. Just him. Here's the problem with the Bucks. Just him and Jamal Murray 10 times down court did a give and go. That's all he did. 10 times down court and scored 16 points between them. 10 times on court, just those two. That's it. The Bucks didn't do that at all. Right. Drew Holiday and Giannis didn't go down court 8 times in a row and get 15 or 14 points because Jokic can pull up at that free throw line with the little flip shot he does. I don't know how he does it, like 1 footer, the European thing. And I'm like, he did it like 4 times, and they couldn't stop it. Giannis can't do that. He can't. He just can't.
Yeah, but he does. He's a different type of player. He does other things more effectively on offense than they do. Like, you can't stop him. If he's on and he's coming through, you're not going to stop him. I don't think those players are the same.
If you build a wall.
He's a great distributor of the ball. When that's all rolling, when he's an intimidating factor, driving the court, dishing it off, those guys hit shots. That's what works. That's what worked the year they won the championship. That's how it's got to keep being done. And they got to play better defense.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that's even a problem. I think the problem is they can't play fucking defense.
Well, they
can't.
It's funny, they have these great defensive players. All year we heard Lopez is Defensive Player of the Year. Giannis is always a candidate for that. Drew Holiday, one of the best defenders in the league. They get in the playoffs and they don't play great defense. And they have these games every 5th or 6th game, even during the season, where somebody hits 23 threes on them.
We just had a stat last week we talked about the Golden State Warriors, which we had to wrap our head around, the whole 19 whatever it was series wins in the West.
Mm-hmm.
Against in the last 3 years, besides this year, the West was really good.
Right. Yeah.
Better than the East, I thought. We all agreed with that, probably better than the East overall.
Yeah.
But they're doing it with a bunch of shooters.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. Your best player can't shoot consistently. That's the main problem.
You're saying Giannis can't?
He can't shoot consistently enough to worry you. No team goes out going, Giannis going to beat us from 15 to 20 feet out. No team is thinking that. It could happen, but it's not like you're not going to leave Curry wide open to 3 line. You might go, we can box it. I can play a little off. He shoots. They're not going to do it to Curry. You're not going to do Jokic. They're not going to do that.
Do you think he's just one-dimensional then it's like Shaq?
No, I think his defense. Well, the problem, I think his defense is probably better than those guys.
Yeah.
But we don't use them defensively.
I think it's like what you said. If he's on, he's fantastic.
Yeah,
and the guy,
unstoppable.
For him to be, you make a good point. You make a good point, though. For him to be good,
he needs another guy.
The guys around him have to shoot well, and they don't shoot well. Curry, Doncic, say, okay, out of my way.
They do, but they
4
just
threes in a row.
They
and
just
get back in this
didn't.
game.
They do, but they just didn't in these playoffs, and they've done this in a couple other playoff runs, and they're not consistent enough.
But I think him relying on other people was a call. It's almost like Magic Johnson was in his young career. Think about Magic Johnson, great distributor, decent. He was actually a solid shooter, but not. You're not gonna ever go down and think Magic Johnson one of the greatest shooters in NBA history.
Right.
But why did he lose every time to Boston? These teams because he couldn't take control of games at certain points. He had to rely on people around him. Where Larry Bird, I'm going to shoot, and I'm going to take care of the game myself.
Yeah.
And I love Giannis. I hope he stays there forever. I care less. I hope they build around him, keep adding guys and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if they get an offer, they have to kind of say, I don't know what we do in 2 years. If they get something offered and obviously NBA drafts suck because you're not getting it. The chance of getting guys that are like this.
They would do everything they could to keep him there. I mean, he's a once in a generation
Yeah.
type of player.
Like
you can't be like,
Lil
I'll
Cinder.
trade him and I'll get, to the Mavericks and I'll get 4 guys not named Luka Doncic. It's just like they're not going to want that.
Yeah.
They realize what they have. That's why they're firing coaches. That's why they fired Kidd when he couldn't get it done. They're firing this guy even though he won a championship because it just didn't look good this year.
The Bucks have always kept their star players.
And their championship, and that they won. It was awesome. But I mean, they were.
Cream.
But they
Dirk.
were that
Cream never wanted to be in
a lot
Milwaukee.
of things went their way to win that championship. And the thing is, the team played really well without Giannis.
You could
for
say
2
that
games.
about pretty much almost every championship. There's a lot of luck involved.
Yeah.
No,
There's
both
great teams.
championships, I don't know.
The size
They were all pretty
19.
good.
The size 19 shoe.
There's things that go their way. I mean, you could probably pick, the Bulls were a dominant team, and the Warriors have been a
Rockets.
dominant team.
But those are different era.
Yeah, I mean,
different era,
if we
different
went back
builds.
and we broke it all down, I'm sure there was something that went the Rockets' way here and there. I mean, it's just how it works. Not being injured, things like that.
But
But Giannis was injured. Giannis was out for 3 games. I think we keep forgetting that. He missed 3 games.
But the problem with that too is that they've been so good, and they just couldn't get it to go their way more than once. I think that's what's hard to. That's why Budenholzer's gone. I think number one.
Yeah.
They gave him all these assets, and he just couldn't have him win. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
We gave you parts, and I'm hoping if they didn't put him in the room where they picked up Crowder and who's the bald dude, the guy they picked up,
Joe Ingles.
Ingles. If they didn't put him in a room and ask him about these guys, and that's a fault of the ownership and the GM or GM. That's a problem because they should all talk about this. But if he okayed these pickups and said, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, let's get," and then he doesn't use the parts right, that falls on him then. I mean, right? I gave you the tool, and it's hard. You got to rely on these guys too. You got to rely on them, and they didn't. Again, it was almost like It was almost like living that 2019 all over again.
Yeah,
it was. This series against the Heat was almost exactly like that. Like they won that second game, they dominated. It's like okay, this series is over. They're gonna win this series. Clean. They got it out and they're done. And it was like, what the hell happened? Just like they were up 2-0, and it's like, I left. I think I was at the second game when they won. Did we go to that game? We might have went.
We went to game 1.
Okay, and
where
they
Lopez
won,
had like
we won. They won the
20
game. I
points.
think I went to game 2, and I think they won. We're like,
Oh, they destroyed them in
and
game
then we
2.
went to game 5,
and
and it was the saddest thing ever.
Yeah.
It was like I went. It was
and
like
they lost
funeral.
a couple close games.
Yeah.
too
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
that game was close.
They had a double
Yeah,
overtime game
yeah.
that they lost.
So it was. It felt like the same. Well, not the same because those were good games, but too bad they lost.
I want to go back to
But
your,
even this thing, they lost 3 of those games. They were leading in the fourth quarter.
Two.
Big.
Two.
Two
They
where
were
they were
16
leading big.
They were up by 10.
They're up 16 points.
16.
Yeah.
They're up by 9 and 10 with 4 or 5 minutes.
To
left
me,
in the
that's
last 2 games.
that's coaching.
Yeah,
right there.
You got to finish.
You got to finish.
Well, no, it's players too. They were the
Players.
turnovers.
Yeah, but then if it ain't working,
the
man,
second
get those
game-
guys out of
the
there.
last
and
game though, they had like 4. Giannis, Middleton, Andrew Holiday had just god awful turnovers. Like something me and you would do if we were playing pickup and I tried to get it into Rick and it got tapped out. No, okay. These are NBA players in a situation where you have to win this game. And
And
Well,
you
and up
got to hit free
16,
throws too.
You barely got to hit any shots. You got to make 1/4 of your shots in the fourth quarter, and you win that game.
Actually, you just got to take a knee almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Just take your time,
Get a
play your
couple
offense,
buckets
get to
and
the
some free throws.
attack the basket, attack the rim, get some fouls. But then when you got the fouls, you got to make the free throws, like Eric just said.
But they were turning the ball away out on the 3-point, out,
Yeah.
and they wasn't.
They were
even
dancing
in,
around and
It wasn't
yeah.
like they were dumping it down on a give and go, like you were saying, to get fouls.
It could have. I mean,
why didn't they use Giannis then to drive the lane every time?
Well, yeah.
That's
I don't
the
know
time.
why they don't do that all the time, but could have, would have, should have. I mean,
Yeah.
the turnovers were huge. The lack of hitting free throws, Giannis especially, and a 58-point performance out of Butler. I mean, they were right there. If a few things would have went in a different direction, Giannis not getting hurt, we'd be watching them right now. I mean, and I think they probably fare pretty damn well against the Knicks. But to go back to your original question, does Giannis stay? It's going to depend on what happens in the next 2 years. If they're an absolute dumpster fire over the next 2 years, then no, yeah. Why wouldn't he? Why would he leave?
They bring in Doc Rivers.
Well, and you'll see
Bring
that,
Doc
and like I said,
Rivers.
I did read somewhere you see in the fall you can sign them again this fall. There's a thing. I'm like, really? But there's something you do, and I read about it. So if maybe they'll go after him this fall and say, okay, we're going to recommit to you. He's 27 now.
28, I think.
28.
Yeah,
Okay, so
somewhere in there.
you were commit 5 more years. That's no big deal. 33. He'll be
Yeah.
33, which is fine. And he keeps himself in shape. He's not a guy that's going to go off and become. You don't got to worry about his. You got to worry about his mentality to the game. I don't think at all.
Yeah.
I think if he was going to get a bad mentality, he'd just retire. He's the kind of guy that wouldn't stick around, get the paycheck. He's not built like that. I don't think. That's why I like him. He's not built like that. But they're going to re-up with him this year, make him a 5-year, $300 million guy or $350. I don't know how they'll do that.
Are they going to pay him that much though? If they can't get anybody to go around him.
They have to keep him if they want.
They've done a pretty good job though of figuring that out. Like, and if you let Middleton go, I don't know what does that mean for is his contract up?
He's got a 5th-year option, and it's his option.
It's his
and
option.
people have said he might explore. If he explores, the Bucks do not sign him back.
No, I agree with you
Let him
because
go.
yeah,
now he can say I'll stay.
So who?
It's $42 million owed or something next year. Some
who would be a
47
good
or
he'd be an
replacement?
idiot not to. He'd be an idiot not to stay. Money and
It
their
depends.
situation.
I don't know who's out there, and I don't know what they would because they got
Who's
really,
better than Middleton? I mean, he's a top 10 player, right?
Problem is they have no trade. They have no trade capital now at all. That's the problem too. They gave a bunch of picks already in second rounders and first rounders. They pretty much. That's the problem this year too. That I think you pretty much did a Rams thing this year.
They sold their soul.
The
The devil.
NBA draft isn't like a huge oh my god because he ain't gonna get a top 10 pick with this team ever.
Such
I
a
mean,
fluke,
even if
yeah.
they play their worst year next year, they're probably gonna be. They could be the 7 seed or 6 seed next year. They're not gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
But you sold your soul now. You did the Rams thing, and you didn't. And that worst thing is you didn't even get. We all thought we were like drooling over this team. Oh my god, they got this guy. Oh my god.
Now we're looking at we're like we got some old players.
Well, they got old fast.
Lopez, Ingles,
And Lopez is out of contract, so that might just be a.
yeah.
So
How do you
isn't this
do?
what we talk about all the time?
How
Though,
do you
is
do?
teams doing this? It's the way to go. Get your championship.
NBA, I don't know. NBA's weird.
Because I mean, football, the Packers could have done this, and we bitch about them for not doing it. But now they're still going to be, maybe not this year.
NFL's
But
different because I think if you put the right guys around Rodgers, there could have been a chance to do. I mean, look at the Rams. They just had Matt Stafford and they won.
yeah, but couldn't the Bucks done the same thing? You added one more guy or the right guy.
Well,
It seemed like they added the
well,
wrong
2
guys.
years ago they had a Holiday, and it worked. They won with him.
They have PJ Tucker too.
They got I'm not Tucker. The Tucker thing I laugh at. He goes in games and scores 0 and doesn't get anything done and has 5 fouls because the problem is they didn't allow anybody.
Sometimes you need those fouls
They
though.
didn't allow Crowder. That's what Crowder should have done in this series. Though. That's what made me mad.
You got the wrong
Tucker
guys
would have
for-
been the guy to just take out Butler.
Why not Crowder?
5 fouls against Butler.
Why not Crowder?
Same thing.
We
don't
talked
know.
about
I don't
it.
know.
We were talking about it. Why not
I wish
Crowder?
I knew. I
punch
wish
him in
I
the
knew.
face a couple times. Don't punch him
I
in the
wish
face.
I knew what there was a situation with Crowder and Bud. I bet you there was a situation between those two. I don't know why. I don't know what it would have been. It's not like they had much history together.
The Miritich, once again, it was all over again.
I don't know why he
But
didn't.
you're
A team
you're-
lacking offense. Here's the thing. The team was lacking offense against Toronto. They benched Miritich, one of the best 3-point shooters on the team that year.
They
This
should
year
have
they're
just
lacking
had.
defense, and Jay Crowder, a guy who'll beat you up and fight you, they put him on the bench. I don't get it.
You know what?
Right?
Right.
I don't
All
get
this
it.
talk about they should have had Giannis guard Butler. They should have had just somebody. Anybody guard
Hey,
Jimmy
that
Butler.
guy
Yeah.
that keeps shooting and making it, we might want to guard him.
Yeah, put Rick on him.
The Suns owner, for Christ's sake. I don't know.
He put up more fight. He put up more fight than the Bucks did. But
Maybe we
anyway,
should have traded for him instead of Crowder.
and with the basketball, the coaching pick, like you brought up when we started talking, it's weird. The NBA is not as crazy as the NFL where you got to get a coach right away.
Well,
I
and-
think they'll wait till this is over and kind of.
Where are these guys? Like in the NFL, you constantly know who the next guys. Here's the next generation of coaches. Here's the next up and coming. Who the hell? We don't know anything about these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to just look up Charles Lee or whatever.
My odds on though, I would say Lee or Nurse. That's my odds. I mean, but Lee is tough for me because I'd be
38 years
younger.
old.
But if he's out of the Budenholzer thing, I mean, and that's a weird
He
thing.
did go to Bucknell though, so
Yeah, the one thing too, if you come from Popovich's system,
got to coach the Bucks if you went to Bucknell.
if you're from the Popovich tree and you don't coach defense, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like come from Bill Walsh and not running the West Coast offense. It's just not how the tree works.
What do they run, the East
Or
Coast?
like the Tony Dungy and Lovie Smith, the Tampa 2, he ran that too. So it's weird.
Yeah.
San Antonio play really good defense, but it might be the players though.
Kidd was a better defensive coach.
And nobody liked him because
Yeah.
he was an ass.
He was an ass.
He was tough on him.
But they played good defense.
yes,
then.
they did. They were very good defense, and he actually developed Giannis more than people think.
And we're talking about this, and we had 3 defensive player of the year candidates, right?
Yeah.
On that team.
Yeah.
Who was the
And they
assistant?
played bad
And the
defense.
saddest thing, Brooke Lopez was the leading one, and he was terrible in the
Oh,
playoffs.
it was god awful. He was god awful, and
he was
he did one big night with 33 points. But for the most part,
he
he
gave
was
up
just
42.
He was awkward. Yeah, I know.
His plus minus was still minus 10.
Who's coaching the Lakers?
Daryl Ham.
Darvin Ham.
Darvin Ham. Sorry.
Yeah.
And people are. I read articles about that. People are like, we waited 1 year, maybe too long. Darvin Ham could have been a coach of the Bucks.
Yeah, but if you would have fired Budenholzer last year, people would have been up in arms.
Oh,
He didn't win it.
There would have been riots
But
in Milwaukee.
He didn't win it though. Once again, he didn't win
was.
it. And they had a good enough team. How they not? Oh, the Celtics blew them out. And how they lose last year?
Middleton injury.
This conversation we had tonight about defense, we could have had it a year ago. It's the same conversation. It is.
That Celtics series was pretty tough.
Defense is garbage.
Yeah.
That Derek White kid, that kid's still making shots right now in the same from that game.
He does that, Scott. Though, if you watch it, he does that to every team in the NBA.
Yeah, but before that series, I think he was 0 for something before that series.
Did you see who was the other? The Williams guy got his head stepped on.
Oh, that was
the
awesome.
Other night.
Not
And
awesome.
He was on the
By
bench.
Anthony Davis.
Hey, he was on the bench for 2 seconds and went back in the game. That's the type of players that the Celtics have.
You know,
we don't have.
You know who's a
that.
free agent next year? Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown would look great in the Bucks.
And for less than $42 million a year.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I'd take him though.
He's a complete 100% free agent.
He's tenacious. That's what I heard.
He's a good player.
Because they're talking.
Great
He
player.
probably went back next year with
And
the
he
Celtics.
can, and he can take the big
He
shot.
must be a free agent.
Why would he not want to be?
Well, it's probably money. Tatum got to be paid, and they've got what's the other guy? Marcus Smart. He's probably getting money.
They got a third. They got a
Brown
fourth guy
is the second
too.
best player on the team.
They got 4 stud players
Yeah.
on that team. I forget who the other guy is.
Well, they have Horford. But he's old.
Bird.
Larry Bird. Yeah, this guy, big goofy white guy from Indiana.
Bob Parrish.
French Lick.
French Lick, Indiana.
Bob, the chief.
Bob Parrish.
Oh,
No, that's
Chief.
no. This is the
00.
This is not the chief. This is the little Indian.
Oh,
He's his little brother. I don't know what that even meant.
You guys ever watch those YouTube videos? All the guys talking about Bird. That guy was the biggest trash talker ever.
Yeah.
I'm getting the beer because
You want to get some beer?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
get some beer.
Well,
So
you know,
talk
here's
amongst
the other thing.
yourselves.
They talk about the Celtics. If they don't win this, is it because of their coach?
The Celtics are not going to win the championship.
They're not going to win it? All right. Eric says they're not going to win it. The Celtics will not win.
Well, here's why the Celtics are going to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, because they're playing against Doc Rivers. Game 7, they're going to win Game 7. I'm telling you right now, he's the worst coach in history in Game 7s. We had this the one year.
I'm telling you, I'm not a good prognosticator of sports, but I do know Doc Rivers sucks.
Yeah, if you pick against Doc Rivers,
What are you talking about?
your chance are pretty well that you're going to be right.
Oh my God,
That's a sad thing. He's been around so long. He's like the worst ever in Game 7 percentage winning or something like that. Or
He's only won like
closeout games.
He's only won like a couple.
He's like the anti-Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan closed out every game. He can't close out a game as a coach. It's terrible.
God,
Terrible.
We got a game here, kind of. Oh, but Heat's got the ball.
Dude, Miami has been. They're doing exactly what they need to do. They're taking time off the clock, and when they shoot, they're rushing. They're rushing the boards to get the offensive
That's
rebound.
weird. That's weird. Have a lead and then
be able to hold it.
yeah.
What kind of swill did you bring this week? Bradley?
Swill.
And they got the
He didn't
rebound.
even get his song in yet, and you're already calling it swill.
Okay, let's get to the beer music. Ready, Eric?
I got to pour still, but go ahead. Yeah. Glug, 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 glug.
I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. I drink beer when I am sad, cause the beer it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer. Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good!
beer is great, actually. So you guys, when do you know it's officially spring? Is it?
Summer shandies come out?
Is it opening day of baseball?
The Bucks losing the playoffs.
A Bucks coach getting fired.
Or watching
Bears have a top 10 pick. We can keep going. We can go all night.
Allergies,
Dandelions,
taint sweat,
back aches.
Whoa.
duck butter.
No, you know what? The first sign of
Boob
spring
sweat.
is when you first see Bell's Oberon on the shelves in the store. So, Bell's Oberon by Bell's is the beer of the week. So it's an American wheat ale. It's a hoppier. Did you get one, Willie? Or
I did.
and it's Willie likes this because it's from Comstock, Michigan. Did you guys know that Willie's the first resident of Michigan? Resident number
1826.
His social security number is 1.
1.
He's like Dinosaur Dan, the first convict in Texas.
He helped name it. He's like, I don't know, name it after that lake.
Where were the other day? Where were the other day when the guy asked me for your phone number and I went 1?
Lake
was
Michigan
it?
was a puddle.
They asked him for
Still a glacier.
I thought Tim was right. Was it at?
Is this back when you and Keith Richards were playing ping pong with the moon?
He used to babysit Keith Richards.
Hey, I left a pack of cigarettes out.
So
I'm sure we've had this before. Every now and then it's on tap at Wrigley.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had it Wrigley before. Yeah,
It's good beer. It's
Great beer and
it's only
tap.
$14 a tap.
It's
nice.
It's a pretty straightforward ale. I mean, it really is. It comes out every year right around this time, and then it just starts to age on the shelves and taste like shit. But right now is when you want to drink it. If you see Bell's Oberon in the month of April, May, grab it,
Suck
drink
it
it then,
down.
and then don't touch it again.
Right.
Because just like any other ales, they just get stale.
Look at the born on date.
Yeah, look at the born on date. So, Bell's Oberon, you guys like it?
I do.
I'm sure you've had it before.
I do. It smells like a Hefeweizen.
It's a weeded ale, so it's a little. It's some
Like
people
it.
call it an IPA, but it's not. It's more of just a hoppy wheat ale. So there's more here if you guys want to pass it around. Have some jalapenos too.
Those jalapenos are awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna probably save those. I don't know if anyone wants any more.
They were good. Did Rick try 'em?
Yeah, I had a plate full.
They were tasty.
Yeah,
They're a good appetizer.
We'll leave them here for next week.
Yeah,
Those
absolutely.
would be good. Beer battered and deep fried.
Oh. Well, we were talking before. How about on a pork belly up? How about on a pulled
You got
pork
me.
sandwich?
You got me already.
But
Yeah.
instead of putting barbecue, take the pulled pork, little juice, and put the jalapenos on top. No barbecue
We
sauce.
should do a smorg.
You can't have both. You can't have both the juice and the jalapenos. You can only have one. You can only soak the meat in the brine.
What is this, North Korea?
Yes.
Yeah, so you would.
You're rationing juice?
Are you
No.
saying you would
Too much-
marinate
it's
the
too much
pork
flavor.
then with this?
I said actually put a little
Pre-
bit, dump that in a little bit into the.
Yeah, but the pulled pork's not going to be good
Would
unless
you-
it's been marinated somehow.
Would you
So
marinate
use
this
that?
before you smoked it? Then
You're a smoker. You smoke?
No.
I mean,
I don't smoke too much.
How about
No,
injecting
no,
it?
my grandpa hated that joke.
I meant meat.
How about injecting that into it?
That's
A pork butt.
Hey, easy.
He said, "But
My name's Ed. Can't you just?
I was thinking about just injecting it into my veins right now."
Hey, pork butt. Why don't we inject it?
I'm all
into-
hopped up on jalapeno juice.
I like that. Maybe injecting it into the whole the butt steak thing. Though.
Yeah.
Make it,
just
make
like
it-
saying
make a
butt.
I
drink
make
out of
two
that stuff.
huge butt steak things at home.
doing the
What
doing
do
the
they call
hot,
'em?
doing the hot pork injection.
Pork butt.
Pork
Here's
butts.
Ed up there going, what?
What the?
Well, he's got an interesting move. Did you see that?
Do you know how much that would burn if you were
Lucky
doing it that
Shauna.
way, Willie? I hate to tell you, but there's a little hole in the end of that thing, and if you get jalapeno juice in there,
Oh, that ain't gonna be
I
good.
can't come out tonight. I got to inject juice in my pork's ass.
Very strange young man.
He's an idiot. Comes from upbringing. Parents are probably idiots too.
I just have one thing to say. I really wish pork butt was the word of the day, though.
oh, there's no word of the day.
Is there a word of the day? Let's just.
It can be.
Hey, I got it. I won.
Good screaming, everybody. You're all really good at that.
Oh, great. Good stuff. What else we got tonight, Maestro?
This just from Louisville. Another horse died.
Oh, you're such a naysayer.
Jeez. Tough crowd there.
Now we're at SeaWorld.
We're going off the rails.
Okay.
There goes the show.
So you got birthdays for us, Willie?
I do.
Oh, man.
I always got birthdays.
Can't get it right.
Today is your birthday, today is your birthday, today is your birthday, today is the day. Today is your birthday, today is your birthday, today is your birthday, dear someone today.
Hey, and you know what? There's a friend of the show's birthday was yesterday. Actually, two of them. Alex Diamond and Josh Hoholick.
No, not friends of the show.
Nobody even likes Alex.
He's interesting.
So we got to guess his age?
No, I don't even know how old he is.
Alex is. Oh, he's got to be right around
46.
No, he's younger.
I'm going to say he's roughly about 42.
Yeah, he's 42, 43.
I think he's 44 is what I think I remember seeing.
Okay, let's move on to Matt.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay.
Is it weird that every time you guys talked about the Bucks coach, I kept thinking of Boomhauser from
Boomhauer? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
all I get here is him out there saying, okay, yeah, me and John, we're going to get out there. We're going to get some beer.
Want someone D up there,
District.
Butler?
Maybe that's why they couldn't, because they didn't understand him. Couldn't understand what he was coaching.
You just D up there, Butler. Go on in.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Who's
gonna
first?
start?
Which way we go? This way usually?
Yeah. Rick
Rick,
starts.
you can start, yeah.
Rick's going to start. Billy Joel.
Ooh.
Piano Man.
From
oh, yeah.
Green
good
Day
call,
or
good call.
Billy Joel or Billy Joe?
Billy Joel.
Oh, okay.
Oh. The guy from an Italian restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Scenes.
Yeah, he's always picking up town girls up.
Yeah.
He didn't start the fire, though.
No, he did not.
Always been burning.
Since
62.
we've been turning, yeah.
I'm going to go 62.
And he laid all kinds of that one song.
Can't believe he said 62 because it makes me want to go 65.
I hate to put myself in a hole.
Now look at
Right
Will.
off the bat after winning last week, I'm on a roll. I'm going 69. He's got to be right there.
If you don't go in the hole, you're docking.
I'm in the hole.
You said 65. You said 2?
Yep, 2.
5 and 9. Damn. Man,
I think he's older than we think.
I'm going to say 73.
74.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Son of a
That's
bitch.
why when he said 65, I was going way over the top of that.
I was going to say 69 if you didn't, though, so thanks for saving me points.
All right, Ed's favorite rapper, Ghostface Killah of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Eric, Ghostface Killah.
Wu-Tang!
Wu-Tang's been around for a while. 45.
54.
I'm going to say 49.
I'm going to shoot 52.
53.
Fucker.
I knew you were close.
I know. I love Wu-Tang.
Today is your birthday. It's Ed.
Can you believe that song was free?
I know. It's a great song. How can you go wrong?
Ed. Rapper, Young MC. 2 rappers in a row for you, my friend.
You know, I saw him. He opened up for Milli Vanilli.
Is that right?
Well, that helped me because I had no idea who he was until you said that.
He's that sings. Well, you know what song he sings? This thing, all the fellas. I do those ladies.
Oh, that song. Yeah, I listened to my Deer Stand.
No, you know it. You got it.
Play hard.
Oh, yeah, that's Young MC.
Yep. You is that it? Am I
Busta
got it,
Groove.
you got it.
Busta
Busta
Rhyme.
Groove.
Busta Groove.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm going to say
Busta Groove.
49.
So I saw him at Milli Vanilli. They sounded really good.
I'm sure it was crystal clear.
Yeah. Here, let's do our best Milli Vanilli. Go ahead and guess. You're just gonna keep talking. Yep. Just keep
I'll say Young MC. He's not young anymore, I don't think. What'd you say, Ed?
49.
You think he's old MC?
If he opened up for them, it was the 90s, man, and he was probably in his 20s, so...
I'm amazed we're going to have 2 rappers that are old enough to survive all the gunshots. I mean, that's a tough business.
They're old enough that they fought with words.
And I'm going to say... What'd you say?
I thought Willie was a senile one.
49.
What the
I'm going
hell?
to say 52.
I'm gonna go 56.
Oh, wow, he's an old MC.
Wait, I didn't get a chance to guess.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
56.
You should say, you should be like 57. It's me?
Yes.
Okay.
Chris Berman.
Back. 72.
75.
Stumbling, bumbling. 76.
74.
He's fucking 69, isn't he?
68. Oh. Remember that, guys. Next year, Chris Berman.
Hey.
He couldn't remember what I said 3 times after about in 20 fucking seconds. Now you're going to remember next year. Chris Berman, 69.
What'd you say?
How old is he?
69. Go ahead. Who's got? Oh, it's Rick.
Rick might have been your favorite VJ.
Wait, hang on.
VJ?
Did his birthday happen already, or is it coming up? Because it could be
It's
69
this week.
next week.
It's this week.
Did you say Rick's favorite BJ?
VJ.
VJ.
Martha
JJ.
Martha Quinn.
Oh. Not Don Julie Brown. Nah, that's
Or Nina Blackwood.
Hey, how you doing? Nina Blackwood. Playing the still sounds like that.
She's on Sirius.
Serious, yeah.
80s on 8.
Yeah.
Who'd you say now?
Martha Quinn.
Nina Quinn. Martha Washington.
Martha Stewart.
174.
Martha Washington.
She's a fox. Willie dated her.
She shaved.
They have caricatures of each other, not even photos.
Willie babysat her. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna go.
Who we got? Martha Quinn. We're on.
Martha Quinn.
No idea.
53.
She's old. 65.
64.
I was gonna say 63. Yep.
I was like, man, she's got to be like 12, 13 years old.
She was a VJ when I was in high school.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
She was a VJ when I was in high school.
Okay, ready?
We just don't know if she was 22 or 28. You know, that's the problem.
Who's up? Eric?
I'm up.
Emilio Estevez.
Ooh, he's a fox.
Offspring of Martin Sheen.
And brother of
Charlie.
Tiger Blood.
62.
It's part of the Brat Pack, right? He was a Breakfast Club. That's an old fucking movie, too.
61.
Ooh, yeah, Young Guns. That's on fire tonight. That must have been
Now I'm back to 0.
No, you only lost 1 for that, so you're at 1 now.
You're at 1 now.
Ooh. So it's at now. You're up. You can make it 2.
I teed it up for you.
Scotty Schwartz.
Scotty the Toy Schwartz.
The porn star?
Be with you. Yeah.
Is he the kid from Christmas Story?
Yep. Oh, let me think now. That one's a tough one, so.
He's also in Elf, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, he was in a couple. He's in quite a few movies.
He's the one that says, well, you get to change all the smoke detector batteries every 6 months.
Oh, yeah, might have been. Yeah, you're right. Who's guessing?
I'm up,
Schwartz.
and I remember Ralphie's not much older than us, so I'm going to say 51.
I'm going to say he's 50.
48.
55.
Man, yep.
Damn.
Double nickel.
Double nickel. Okay. Jason Biggs.
I'm going to say 47.
He's the pie fucker, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He likes apple pie.
What'd you say, Scott?
47.
Jason Biggs. What'd you say?
47.
That's good. What did Scott say?
49.
That's what I was going to guess. So I'm going to go 48.
I'm going to go 50.
I think he's younger, actually. He's 44.
45.
Yeah, I was going to say he's younger. I was thinking too high. Because he's not older. He's, yeah.
I can't even get a boner looking at a pie anymore.
Only if it's mincemeat.
Only if it's roast beef pie.
Reminds me of prom.
Oh, my God.
Rami Malek.
Oh. That's that guy from the
Mr. Robot or Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Who's up?
I hope it's not me because I don't know who this guy is.
Who guessed first last time? Scotty Short. It is you.
Did.
It is you.
It is.
He's the kid that played
Bohemian Rhapsody. He was Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
The first thing he was ever in was The Pacific. If you watched like Band of Brothers,
he won an Academy Award for.
He was also the there's that TV show he was in too. I know.
iRobot. I think.
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Roboto.
Arigato.
Oh, I saw Sticks 2 years ago. They're good.
I'm gonna go 37.
42.
Eric, you're up.
Eric,
I know I am. Let's go.
Sullivan Sweeten.
No idea.
Let
if
me
you
tell
don't
you,
know, we're not gonna tell
he's
you.
one of the twins from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh,
not
didn't one
watch
of them
that show.
die?
Yes,
The other
Sawyer
committed-
Sawyer
he
Sullivan
died.
committed suicide
Committed suicide or overdose?
or overdose.
That doesn't help me at all. I never watched that show.
You never watched Every Loves Raymond?
Oh man,
Because he says that with everything I do. If there's something I never done, you never did that.
Well, Every Loves Raymond is.
I know. I never watched. What's the other
King
show?
of Queens?
Modern Family. Never watched Modern Family either.
You never watched Modern Family either?
Mm-mm. Oh, or Raymond. I mean, I've watched a few Raymonds.
That's a signature Scott thing.
Raymond.
You never watched. You suck.
You're
Modern
like
Family
You're like
is
an
a-
asshole. Because
You know who loves Modern
Like,
Family?
We're like lepers in
You
here
know,
now.
surprise Modern Family. Rob McCarra loves Modern Family, and he doesn't love like anything.
Julie Bowen.
All right, so I'm gonna guess this guy's 70.
It's a kid.
He's a kid.
I have no. That's
There
how
you
much
go.
I have no idea.
Who is he? Benjamin Buttons?
Wasn't Everybody Loves Raymond on like 50 years ago?
He was 92 when he was on
He's
the
one
show.
of Ray Barone's kids.
That show.
Do I get
I'm
another
going to say
guess then?
43.
I'm gonna say he's 38.
I'm gonna go 33.
28.
Wow, you guys suck.
Wow.
Fair is
They
on
were-
early
they were that-
2000s.
They were that young.
They were young.
Oh,
in the early
2000s. Yeah, I'm thinking 90s. That was my messed up. Yep.
They weren't related to Mrs. Drummond.
Never seen Three's Company?
Mrs. Drummond.
What? You never seen that? All right, who's up?
I'm up.
Did you ever watch King of Queens?
No, never seen it.
Yeah, he's a mailman guy.
Seriously.
Leah
Did you watch King
Remini.
of Queens?
I like
I've seen
it.
it before.
Raymond.
Raymond.
Ever Loves Raymond.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Modern Family.
Yeah, I've seen that.
MASH. Cheers.
Sofia Varga.
Quincy.
Gucci. Oh, wrong person.
Quincy.
Yeah, good show too.
Looney Tunes.
All right,
Who's up? Oh, it's
Darius Rucker.
I wasn't until
Oh.
we started talking about Mrs. Drummond.
we should
Now
go.
I'm
We
up.
should have gone We should have all gone to Cancun 2 weeks ago and doing the Hootie Fest.
Was that right?
I'll be there in 4 weeks.
I thought it was Hooter Fest.
What?
Damn.
I'll be there in 4 weeks.
Where are you
Cancun.
going?
Hootie Fest?
Cancun. If there's a Hootie Fest in 4 weeks, I'll be
Which
there.
place? You know?
Mexico. Well, what resort? Yeah.
Yeah, nobody just goes to Cancun and gets an
Mexico?
Airbnb. We got an Airbnb in beautiful
Don't get an
Rick goes,
Airbnb.
which one? You go, Mexico.
The carbon monoxide
There are
detectors don't work.
Cancuns in other places.
Are there different Cancuns? Is this
Yeah.
like spring?
He's going to Cancun, Canada.
Rick, you're sure pretty, but you're not much of a talker.
What were we Darius Rucker?
Yeah.
52.
You know who he is?
Hootie.
Oh.
No, I am not Hootie.
Do you know who Hootie and the Blowfish is?
No, no idea. I've never heard of him.
Really?
See?
Rock me, mama, like a
He was on
wedding
Raymond.
wheel.
I saw him in concert. I saw him in concert with you
Oh, you did.
and Ed.
That's a good time.
And
I
Willie.
wore the shirt yesterday.
Yeah, yes. You got to wear it here. That's
I
a great
wore
shirt.
it to Ace Hardware, and everybody's like looking at me.
Well, not
Why?
because
Because
of
it
the
looked
shirt.
like that.
Not because of the shirt.
It was warm yesterday. Were you
He wasn't wearing pants.
Were you bearing your midriff?
Did I wink like this? There was something in my eye.
Hey. You're like a pirate for a minute.
Is it my turn?
No, it's me. Darius
I'm
Rucker's
joking.
on me.
Yeah.
Oh, you wish.
1990s.
Holy shit.
Does it help when you beat your chest like that? Like a
Was it the Wolf of Wall Street?
I'm doing it from the helicopter. I'm live from Chopper 5 doing my...
That's me, my heart over here after laughing at her. Oh, shit.
bring 2 Grey Goose martinis.
30. I'm going to say he's...
What is it? Every 10
I'm going to
minutes?
say he's
Give me
47.
one every 5 minutes until we're fucking passed out.
Yeah.
47, I said.
Darius Rucker?
No.
I'm gonna go 52.
Isn't that what you
I
guessed?
said 52.
Oh, I'm gonna go 50.
I think it's 53.
57.
Wow. Wow, okay.
Old man Rucker.
Looks good for his
I'm
age.
trying to figure out where the hell I'm going.
Great singer.
Right?
You're up, Rick.
The Moon Palace? Palace Resorts?
All right, Rick.
Sound right.
Ryu?
No, it's not a Ryu. I like Ryu's. It's not a Ryu.
Bill Cower.
Nice pick,
Old
Kawa.
iron draw.
Roethlisberger.
His
Nice
fa-
pick,
his
Kawa.
face looks like his actual looks like a character.
Yeah.
He does.
Get that big.
Yeah, that big
Chin.
jaw.
It
He's a
seems
football
like it would be
icon.
the right number. It seems like it would be the right number.
Oh, it does kind of, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Who's up? You're up?
Yeah, I'm up. I'll go 65 to be safe. 65.
69. Hit it. Just hit it. Go ahead. Hit the bell. Do it.
Eric loses one.
70.
Hey, make it 2 because he's never seen Modern Family.
You could still hit the bell.
70. I'm gonna say. Well, he's he coach. I want to say 74.
What did you say?
70.
Oh, 70. He's 66.
Wow. Should still be coaching.
I was one off, huh?
Yeah, yeah, you're right there. Who's up?
Eric.
Stevie Y.
Oh.
Steve Eiserman.
Let me think.
Steve Eiserman. The Weiserman, the Eiserman.
58.
Isn't that in a song?
Stevie Y.
Steve Eiserman.
Oh, Kid Rock song.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
From Detroit. So it's not 58?
No, it's not.
Do you know how old he is?
Yes, I think so.
Iberostar.
I think so.
Oh, Iberostar, yeah. No.
How come Willie never guesses?
What'd you say?
Moon Palace.
No.
Iberostar, Paraiso
58.
Beach.
Oh, I just stayed. That's where I had COVID at. It's very nice.
Yeah, he likes
Paraiso Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was the room service?
That's all I got. It was all room service and Kawatis running
What was her
everywhere.
name?
You could have called up on a bunch of Modern Families if you thought about it.
Did you have him tuck in your sheets tight or loose?
Nobody came in our room.
Hey,
So
not even you.
Raymond or Modern Family? Which one should I watch first?
Modern Family.
Modern
That's
Family.
what I'm thinking.
Hey, was everybody looking at you there, Ed?
Something in Eric's eye?
Oh, get the crepes.
Eric's got my eye now.
There's a good place with crepes there.
I don't think he's going to be eating too many crepes.
Oh, I love breakfast food.
He's gonna be partying on the beach.
I know. Me and Rick.
breakfast food. Yeah.
Do they deliver
That's
it to the
how you
beach
start the
and-
day.
Oh yeah.
Got to fuel up. Got to get a base.
I
Get it with the
sorry,
cajeta
We'll
on
talk
it.
about this later. We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about
A lot of link sausage.
Yeah, get the crepes with cajeta.
Is it all inclusive?
Yeah. Oh, you said it crepes with the red sauce?
No, he goes a lot of link sausage. Hey, you got the extra long ones back there? Like eat them whole.
What's this?
Hey, you ever seen the beginning of Scooby Doo when he sucks on the whole? That's you, just the whole.
Everybody's like, you got to see this guy from Wisconsin. He could take it deep.
There hasn't been a guy like this here in 9 months.
Yeah. Since that guy that had COVID.
Last guy got COVID.
From the sausage.
That's how you get COVID.
But he didn't eat the sausage.
He saw everything from his
that guy
deck.
didn't put it in his mouth.
Scott.
Never had a tear in his eye. No gag reflex.
I never seen somebody eat so many crepes.
with sausage.
He never even rolled them. It was
The
like
crepes
holes
typically have
right
sausage
down,
in
like a
them.
plate right down his face.
It was like the old parachute
They were
trick.
so
pastry, isn't it?
sweet. They were like desserts. Oh my god.
So who you on? I don't even know.
Steve Eiserman.
And who is? It's Eric.
Would you guess?
I guessed already 58. I
Yeah,
said.
no, Eric.
Oh,
was
you guessed
first.
58?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
58,
sorry.
yeah.
Let's see. Came up in 88, 87, right around there. He's probably 20. 56.
52.
58.
I said.
He said 58.
59.
57.
7. Yeah, it's right between.
57.
Wow, I can't believe I was that close.
Yeah.
Ed Prince Fielder.
Junior or senior?
God, I don't remember when he came up.
The vegan?
Cecil Fielder.
Oh, Cecil Prince, the kid. Okay, I'm sorry.
Cecil.
Oh shit.
Man, he came up in what, 90? He's in the 90s, right?
He's like a
Remember he was in Beloit with, who was the other good infielder?
Not Dale Swim. He was before that. Ricky Weeks.
Ricky Weeks, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I saw him play there. I mean,
Yeah, I did
a couple
too.
times.
The Beloit
But I can't
Turtles?
remember. It was the Blake Brewers then, and then it became the Snappers.
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 So let's see. That was
Terrapins.
he was a young guy too. He I'll say 52.
For Prince
I'm
Fielder?
going to say 42.
You said Prince.
Prince
I'm going to
Fielder.
say 42. No?
Yeah. I don't know how old he is.
Fuck, I mean, he's younger than that.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna- I'm
younger.
gonna
He's
guess
younger
40.
than us. Yeah.
He's Ryan Braun's age.
Yeah, you're right.
40? Said 40.
Actually, Ryan Braun's older.
I think he's 43.
43?
Yeah.
39.
Wow.
Jeez, he's been retired for a while.
Yeah. He was good right out of high school.
So he was like late
Oh,
90s.
travel.
Then.
You know, they lived in Milwaukee for a while before when he was a kid.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Moved around to a lot of places with his dad. Dad, obviously, you know. This is before his dad was in baseball, though.
His dad was in Japan he was a monster there.
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't get along, right?
No.
They were saying
Oh,
that his little league, he was taking batting practice, just fucking crushing the ball, and never practiced.
Who, Cecil Fielder? Well,
no,
of course.
Prince.
Oh. He was saying a little Johnny Deep.
Do you remember the year he hit 51 home runs? I think it was 1990. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
No, Prince would have been
No,
was
Cecil.
2000.
I'm talking Cecil.
Cecil, yeah, Cecil.
Do you remember
Yeah.
who led the National League that year?
What year again?
I think it was 90.
Probably McGuire. Huh?
Sosa.
Brady Anderson.
McGuire would have been AL, wouldn't he have been?
Sandberg.
Oh, Sandberg,
Ryan
yeah.
Sandberg hit
90?
40 that year.
Yeah, 40, yeah.
It's 90 or 91. It was right around there.
No, it was MVP.
You
He
just
was
picked a number. It's your story.
He was MVP that year.
Yeah.
Right?
The
Sandberg
second
was?
one, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, got 7 more here.
It's me,
Wow.
right?
Yep.
7.
It's me.
Yep.
Okay.
Ronnie Cycli.
Roni,
That's your boy.
Syracuse and a
Syracuse.
Heat player. Yeah, he was 84. He played on the 83 team, I think, that lost. Or
No.
88.
or
87, 88, isn't it?
87.
No,
yeah.
wasn't he on the championship?
He passed the ball right to that guy.
Yeah, because 84. No, they 84 they lost.
they didn't
to
win a
Indiana.
championship.
84 lost to Indiana. That was Keith
I
Smart.
thought he was on the 88 team.
Yeah, 88.
Cycling.
So he was
Somewhere in there.
20, 40 years ago. No, not 40.
a lot of
30
math.
years ago.
You're doing a lot of math for me to guess one above you.
56.
57.
58.
That's how you do it.
Was it 57 or was
got-
it 58?
58.
I know your reaction's not that quick, so I just wanted to be sure.
What?
You're up, Rick.
Missy Franklin. You know who she is?
Is that swimmer?
2012 swimmer. Yeah. Olympic swimmer. She won, I think, 5 golden
She the one in
medals
Playboy?
that year.
In what year?
28.
12?
2012, I believe.
28.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm glad that's over.
Eric.
She was a swimmer.
Oh, sorry.
They'll be swimming in Cancun.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice beach.
Tony
there.
Hawk.
Tony Hawk. He's been around a long time.
Oh, he's old.
Oh, I remember him back in
59.
Jeez, he's older than that.
No.
He's older than that.
Probably a little bit older.
60.
A lot older. No.
61.
Get out of here.
58.
Way to go on a limb.
What'd you say?
58.
Double nickels.
Ah.
He's that young.
He was skating back when I was in.
We're killing it.
I know.
Mid-80s when I was in
I
elementary.
had a
He was
Tony
just
Hawk.
barely
And he's
I
there.
had
only
a Tony Hawk board.
5 or 7 years
4
older than
left,
us.
kids. 4 left. Jim Furyk.
I don't remember.
I don't know who that is.
I guessed
so-
Hawk. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hawk,
you're
yeah.
right.
I don't know who that is.
Jim
golfer.
Furyk with the
Jim
swing
Furyk?
like it's
Oh.
like a hinge.
I don't know who that is.
He's a golfer.
He married a girl from Columbus, Ohio.
46.
First thing that came to my mind was
don't know.
57
Sounded senior
for some
tour.
reason.
That's what I was going to say in the
50.
50s, but I didn't know.
I'm going to go with 52.
Did you guess?
57.
Yeah, he said 57.
Yeah, he's real recent on the senior tour, so shit, he might be 51.
53.
Uh,
Steve Smith,
which one?
Carolina Panthers.
Oh, okay.
Whoever torched the Bears, right?
Steve Smith Senior.
I don't know if you're talking about the Smith from
No,
Michigan
senior.
State. Right, Michigan State?
Indiana, wasn't he?
Where's Steve Smith play?
Steve Smith. There was a Steve Smith that played for
Oh.
Who
Indiana.
was the guy
Michigan
that played for
State.
Miami Heat?
Basketball player for Michigan State.
That was Steve Smith, the NBA player, right?
NBA player, but this is the football player.
Why was I
Okay.
thinking? There wasn't there an Indiana
Yeah.
Steve Smith?
Steve Alford.
No, this is way back.
Keith
But
Smart.
anyway, so we determined it's the Panther.
Football player. Steve
Yeah.
Smith,
Yeah.
football player. That was 2004. 10, 15 years ago. I'm going to say he's 37.
Rick.
54. He's probably way younger than that. He's probably in mid.
No,
He's
only
40s.
he's probably 4 years out of retirement, maybe.
He's an old man.
Steve Smith. I'm gonna say 42.
41.
44.
Ay, ay, ay.
That was my first.
Why did I follow you?
All right, who's up?
Rick?
Dennis Rodman.
Wow. The Korean guy.
Oh, that number. That number is gonna be. If anybody's thinking about it.
He's younger than Jordan, though.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So it's not. He's not the number.
There's none in that number tonight.
63.
What didn't Michael just turn 6?
He might be older than Jordan.
So you said 63.
Yeah.
He's 62. You know, little guesswork there.
Okay, Ed has zip. He did have one. No, Ed has one. Eric has 3. Scott has 0. Rick has 2. So the last one here, kids.
Who's up?
Eric's up.
Eric's up. Barry Zito.
How many years ago was that? 48.
No.
No. He
Thanks.
says no.
I'm trying to get some time.
Didn't ring a bell, so I know that I
There
was
was too
wrong.
much dead air there.
Pretty
Too
obvious
much
there.
dead air.
44. He's younger than us.
Retired young, probably.
Yeah, he had some arm problems.
You said how old?
I said 48.
He could throw a big bender, though.
Plays
He's pretty
guitar
good
player, too,
for
right?
a few years. Yeah.
He just played last couple of, like 2 years ago he was playing.
I've known to go on a few benders myself.
Did he play for the Sox late? No.
I know he played for the
A's.
Giants.
And then the Giants, yeah.
Did he pitch for the Cubs?
No.
It's like a-
I feel like he was on the Sox
might have.
maybe at the end of his career.
It's
I'm
possible.
going to say he's.
It's back when I used to watch baseball.
What was the guess here again? I don't want to repeat.
Somebody said 93 and the other person said 87.
What'd you guys say?
48, 44.
I said 48.
And you said 44? I'm going to say 42.
Come on, Rick. Close the deal.
You know, they say if you have a group of people and you give them a jar full of something and tell them all to guess, somebody's going to guess really high, somebody's going to guess really low. You take the average of everybody and you pretty much get the number. So the
Just
average of everybody.
For crying out
here
loud, Rick, just
should be about
pick.
43.
45.
So your
And the
theory-
winner is
Your theory's fucked. I won.
Eric.
But you know what? Never saw Modern Family. He's a loser in life.
What do I win?
Well, he's
An
gonna
empty
give you,
Oberon.
Well, he's going to give you a ride home.
Oh.
So you don't win anything.
Yeah. He's the winner in that one.
So,
what else we got?
What else you got? You got anything else, Eric? on your pad
No,
of paper?
I threw mine away. I threw the sheet away.
I kind of want to hear more about these crepes.
Yeah.
These sausage-filled crepes.
Yeah.
We could do a snake draft of crepes.
So what was your story going to tell us about something a minute ago, about your trip, about something, and you said, I'll tell you later, and
I completely forgot.
about eating something?
Sausages.
Crepes.
A breakfast? I don't know. You're going to tell us, and I'll tell you after.
Oh, tequila. Yeah, tequila and pancakes.
Oh.
Yeah, getting drunk in the morning. Not really tequila, but I love day drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go on a resort. So that's what it was. I paid my buddy. I don't remember his name, but he's my buddy. $20 the first day you get to a resort. You pay the
Well,
your
$20,
waiter.
$20.
Yeah, you pay your waiter $20.
Yeah.
And he'll bring you drinks all morning when you're at breakfast. And everybody else is getting like orange juice and mimosas. You get screwdrivers and shots of tequila.
Nice.
Yeah.
And he's your buddy. $20.
I had to pay $20 to get out of the resort because we had COVID. So we had to fake our COVID test so we could say we were out of there, you know? Cost me $20 for one, and the other one, I think it was like 10.
And he got tequila.
You know, the weird thing was...
If you got tequila,
we got out of
then it's fine.
Mexico.
Did they get? Were you stuck in your room
Yeah.
while you had COVID?
Yeah.
My buddy, when we went to Mexico, he got COVID after we left. And
Yeah.
He was stuck in his room. His girlfriend couldn't stay. Nothing. They kept him in a room and they fed him Doritos, nacho cheese Doritos, and the green granola bars. What are they?
Hidden,
Not Hidden Valley. Honey something.
Yeah. They're Hidden
that's-
Valleys.
Are they?
They're Hidden Valleys. No, they're Nature Valley.
Nature Valley. There you go.
Yeah,
That's
Logan
all
eats
they gave
but
us.
they gave him Hidden Valley to put on at Ranch, right?
So that's all they were giving them?
Yeah.
We were getting like Brazilian steakhouse every night.
I'll take Brazilian
Oh,
waxes.
dude,
That's what
they
I
would
thought,
deliver
too.
it to us.
Imagine that roast beef on a Brazilian steak.
Oh, you
or
get the-
Brazilian roast beef.
At that Playa Paraiso, get
Okay.
the shish kebabs. They're legit. I had them like 3 times because I had.
So how many restaurants are there? Did you get to see any of them, or did you get COVID the first day?
He got to see it from his
Amber couldn't
balcony.
get in the resort, and I said she's doing fine. And finally, they let her in. So we got like a day and a half. We were only there 5 days. We got about a day and a half, and then she was sick. And I was like, well, I'm going to be sick too, so might as well tell somebody because we're going to be stuck. But then we paid to get out of there. Paid like the
mule?
concierge got me through it. The guy didn't even swab me. Just put it in my nose and yanked it out real quick. he's like, "You're
Did
good
they
to
test
go,
you when you got to
muchacho."
the resort? Like, was that just
Yeah,
an
oh yeah,
automatic? Everybody.
They were
doing
shooting you with the heat gun.
Yeah, test your-
Oh, that was back in the.
This is only like
That's
a
only
year
9
ago.
months. Yeah, you said 9 months ago.
Yeah, it was
Are they-
sometime last year.
They're not going to be
Probably
doing
last
that now.
It would have been last April.
No, they don't do it anymore. I don't think.
No, I don't know.
We were up in Green Bay for the dart ball to get in the casino. They had to take your
Yeah.
Really?
We were in Florida. We stayed at Jack's place in Fort Myers.
Okay.
I believe it was, and because we didn't really do much, but I'm like, oh, let's go to. We just went. The only thing we did that was like anything remotely like we went to Busch Gardens, and you had to walk through this giant room, and it had giant like heat sensors.
Really?
You walk through his tent, and I was like, okay, whatever. And you walked out. I turned around, and the screens they were looking at, it was showing people's body temp. You could see their heads.
That's crazy.
And if your head was hot, they
Oh,
would
dude,
stop
it's
you.
taking biometric data
Yeah.
from you, which is illegal.
Yeah. No, it was like you can see people coming through, and you can see the blue. Everybody was blue because it must set to a certain temperature. But I guarantee, if you had a fever, that you turn red. I guarantee. Nobody was sick in our family.
All the Brits they were
'Cause
spraying
we-
their head with the magic spray.
Because we drove there. We didn't fly. We drove down too. We are like, let's just
So you were in
drive
Fort
and-
Myers and drove up to Tampa then?
Yeah, and we did a few things, but we drove there. We didn't want to mess with flying with all the shit going on. I'm like, well, fucking, when we do get sick, I want to be able to come fucking home.
Right.
So we're gonna go, and then nobody got. We were all fine. But
That's good.
You know where Busch Gardens is? It's on Fowler Avenue there.
Yeah.
Jim Fowler.
One of my buddies' friends took an airboat right down Fowler, dropped the truck, blew a tire on the trailer. They pushed that thing off, started it up, and drove right down Fowler. Fucking airboat.
It's probably legal.
Yeah, it was great. My buddy lived right
That's
off.
Florida.
He lived like 2 blocks off of Fowler back in the day. So you could hear Busch Gardens from his house.
All you heard was, "Honey, that some bitch did it again."
So I do have old school. I have a couple. I know Ed sent me one, and I'll do it. But I do have one I saw today. So I got a Florida, Ohio for you guys. I got two.
Yeah.
Been a while.
The first Florida, Ohio I have was this. I didn't really. Oh, I got to read this now. I didn't read it, but I figured I'd use it.
It's fundamental.
But the first one is there was a guy. I saw a video of this. A guy was doing somersaults down the middle of the highway, looked like a Highway 50 type road.
Like a somersault or a round off?
Nope,
or?
doing somersaults,
Okay.
rolling down the thing, totally nude.
Oh, that's the best.
And we're supposed to just tell you that was
I'm
Florida?
going to go with Florida because of the temperature. It's still cold in Ohio.
What do you think?
Florida all day.
I'm gonna go Ohio.
Ohio.
It was Florida.
Yeah, it's a temperature thing, man. Your
So this
dog
one-
will be shrunken in Ohio.
I'm reading this for the first time.
Might help.
On April 28th, a judge ruled that a biological male who identifies as a transgender, Darren Glines, could not be guilty of indecent exposure at a local YMCA because the defendant's fatness covered up any signs of his penis.
Peter Griffin.
Would that be Florida or Ohio?
That's Ohio.
I already know.
Fat.
Ohio.
Ohio.
Bonus points if you name a city.
Dayton.
Lima.
Lima.
I didn't say Peru.
I was going to say, I don't know that, but I'll say Akron.
I'm gonna go with Cleveland.
Xenia?
Oh, I don't know.
I never heard
Is
of it.
near-
So
is near
when you got it, I give you
Does
real
it start
bonus
with an
points.
X?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing was he was going into YMCAs and walking around just with his dick hanging. Well, I mean, obviously it was just bottomless.
You had the Dicky Doo going on?
Did it
So the
3
doctor,
times.
so actually the judge embarrassed him with his
Yeah.
sentence, basically.
Yeah, says, yeah. You
That's
couldn't-
what he did. He
Penis
said,
is so small you couldn't even
Don't worry
see
about it. We couldn't see it anyway because you're so fat you can't see it, so you're good.
Yeah.
So, instead of being like, they're like, oh my God, and you see it first, he goes, no, you embarrassed him, basically.
So now
Which I think is hilarious.
Which is worse. That's worse than
Michelin's on
prison.
the phone. We got our spokesman.
Bud Light.
I was gonna say or Bud Light.
Well, one of them. There was another one today that came out and said we're going to do some stupid shit too, like that, and it was ridiculous.
What was the name of the the unknown comic? Where
Where the bag over his
I had
head.
to kick him in the balls, or try to at least.
So Ed mentioned that the Blackhawks did get the #1 pick in the NFL draft. Connor Bedard
Bedard
will be the #1 pick, and hopefully it worked out kind of. I mean, they haven't been great the last few years, but they got rid of all their talents gone now. So hey, works out.
He
Start
could be
they
the
kinda,
new Patrick Kane.
I'm just saying they kind of start fresh.
Where's
They're
he
building around
from?
this kid.
Where's Bedard from?
I'm gonna guess Canada.
Somewhere in Canada.
Good guess.
He was from Vancouver, British Columbia, because
What if he was like he's
they
from
could never
Venezuela?
No, they could never put a ice rink in their backyard.
Oh.
So they were showing these videos where he would just do all these stick handling moves in the house, in the driveway, whatever. And his mom was talking about how much crap he broke, when he was a young kid. But this kid had awesome stick handling moves.
Really?
And when you watch him play some of these goals he scores, he's going to be phenomenal.
Good for the Blackhawks. At least they got something.
Yeah,
to
they
start
only
with.
had like an 11% chance of getting them, and
they were behind. Who were they?
Anaheim and Columbus.
Yeah, so that's interesting. But they're not happy. But who has the third best chance to get the number 1 pick in the NBA? I believe it was third. Is Portland? I think if they got the kid from France with Dame with Lillard, that'd be that kid. I was watching stuff on him.
Did you see that picture of him?
He's like 7'6".
He's got to be
7'4",
he's got to be a
isn't he?
10.
7'4",
He's got to be
yeah.
a 10-foot total height. How are you going to block? You can't defend this shot.
And he's got skills.
He can shoot. He shoots like
he can
Dirk Nowitzki.
dribble. Yeah, he's got ball handling.
But how are you
skills,
going to?
too.
You can't defend a shot.
Yeah.
You can't defend him.
Is he going to come out in his rookie year and be a top player?
I think he might be.
Here's the
It's hard
thing
to-
I
it's
worried
hard to
about
say.
him is what's the kid from Gonzaga that didn't play this
Chet
year?
Holmgren.
Is he that type of guy? They're so frail. They're
But
tall but frail.
Chet Holmgren wasn't that good though.
He's skinny.
good.
This guy.
This guy's playing professionally already.
Say his name.
He's playing at top
Say
league
his
in
name.
France. French guy.
Yeah, French dude.
Wembanyama.
Wembanyama. Yeah.
Could call you Big W. We'll call him.
He's
That's what they
thin,
call
though.
me.
I think,
And he's not like Giannis then, where Giannis was malnourished,
and a team
that's
up.
why he.
Yeah, and a
was able
team
to-
up there that has pretty. I think doesn't Detroit have a chance at number 1 pick?
Yeah, they had the worst record.
They're gonna if they get him with who they had,
Ivy and
Cade
Cunningham.
Cunningham.
they're gonna be very. So the Bucks division is gonna be a little tougher. I mean, obviously with that, they're gonna be. I think good. They were solid when they had the one year when Cunningham got hurt this year.
Right.
That sucked for
Yep.
them. They didn't have him. And Ivy had a good year, solid rookie year. Nothing you weren't gonna go crazy about. But I don't know. It's interesting. I was just watching a thing on him, and he's kid.
His games have been televised. I mean,
how you gonna block his
yeah.
shot if he can shoot? You can't. I mean, he's got and he like leads his. That's the thing about him. He leads in rebounds, points, and he leads also in blocks. So he defends the rim.
Yeah.
Which at least you usually get that tall guy that plays offense doesn't play defense very well, but that's the big thing. If you play defense, he's gonna have a place.
You're never gonna know until you see him start playing against NBA players, and then we'll go from there. It's such a crapshoot, but yeah, I mean, looks like a freak.
Yeah, just
a unicorn.
Just his shooting is crazy. You can't defend his shot. Nobody could. If he's on, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
the ball's 10 feet in the air. Think about it. I mean, Cubs lost.
If Curry's on, you can't defend him, and he's only 6'3".
Yeah.
You see that shot he hit the other night where his dad was like shaking his head.
Yeah.
He's like ready to fall over on the sideline and hits the three. Yeah. What do you got, Willie?
And Brian's going to USC.
Yeah, Bronny, first kid, first one in the family going to college. Dad was all proud. Dude, he'll be out in a year. He's not really going to college.
You never know.
Is he that good? I don't know.
Oh, he'll be a top 5 pick. I think.
And then LeBron leaves and goes to that team.
Yeah, at this point, he'll be a top 5 because
we'll see.
It's funny how
Lakers will get a lottery ticket.
Sign for the league minimum, like $1 million.
Yeah, well, what's the one? I think it's $5 million.
Is it what it is now? But I remember.
But he wants to play with him for a year, so he's going to go wherever he goes. He said, I don't know, whatever. So
they'll work it out. Don't worry, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll see. Or maybe a team will, if he's not the card number 1, will be like, we're not going to draft him. We don't want to deal with all that.
Oh shit! Yeah,
it's like drafting Lamangelo Ball or whatever those guys are.
But there'll be a team that it'll be attractive to.
Oh yeah,
money.
I mean,
in
you only
fact,
got
probably every team.
Got to deal with it for 1 year, 2. I mean, 1 year he's a player to be around. He's that good.
The Bucks get him.
They're gonna be too far down.
No,
let's hope
they'll suck by then. Doc Rivers comes in and runs it right in the ground.
Well, when Giannis leaves,
yeah, they'll trade him for Giannis, number 1 pick.
Yeah,
they got LeBron and Bronny.
Ooh.
Championship.
Oh, Milwaukee would love that.
Bring Pat Riley back to coach.
Now we're talking.
Roll
now
him
we're
on
talking.
out there.
Pat Riley. Now we got something.
Put him back in the booth.
Larry Bird will be the GM.
Aaron Rodgers will be the owner.
Aaron.
And his whales.
Yeah, watching whales. Whale watching. So you look like you had a piece of paper. You're going to say something, Willie. What are you going to say?
Yeah, I got a couple pieces of paper, but yeah, I mean,
go ahead. What do you got?
I got dad
You're
jokes.
just going to
too,
describe
so.
the piece of paper? Or are you going to say something?
well, it's got a lot of writing on it. I don't know what color it is.
I double spaced. My font was Calibra, 8 point.
Yeah, so I got
italic bold.
It's a 14-pound paper.
I got this week in sports history.
Okay.
So this guy in 1983 was the first major leaguer to strike out 2,000 times.
Rob Deere. No, I'm just kidding. 83?
83.
2,000 times in a career, right? Not in a year.
That's a lot.
I'm going to guess Reggie.
You are correct, Ed.
That was in a year, though, right? That was a career.
1983.
Oh, the year he did it 2,000 times?
No.
Over
It was-
his
I was gonna say, it's
in
impossible.
1983.
Oh, he got to 2,000.
Yeah, he only played
I
a
think he
couple
had like
years.
400 at bats.
The record's like 140, right, in a season?
Oh, no, it's over 200.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
In 1991, this baseball player was seen leaving Madonna's apartment.
Oh.
In 91?
Oh, John Rocker.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
No?
Punch her in the face.
Oh, no. David Justice.
No.
Oh, really? Who was it?
Not McGuire.
The guy's the twin brother.
Justice was with Paul Abdul. Or one of those, wasn't he?
No. he
Oh,
was
Halle
Jose
Berry.
Canseco.
Halle Berry.
Yeah.
It's Canseco.
Jose
said-
Canseco.
Canseco.
But then later on,
You said Atlanta Brave?
didn't
No, I didn't
A-Rod?
say
Didn't
Atlanta.
A-Rod
Oh, I
date
thought,
Madonna?
I thought he said Atlanta
No,
Brave.
I said in 1991, this Oakland A was
Oh,
seen.
Oakland A, you said. I thought you said Atlanta
You
Brave.
just when you hear 91, you think of the Braves.
If you had said Oakland A,
You know, he
yeah,
had
I
that
would've-
40-40
even though they
season
lost
the year
to the
before.
Twins.
Yeah.
Then he banged Madonna. He had syphilis, and he never hit the ball again.
And then 1991, the Yankee Stadium fans sang "Like a Virgin" to this guy. Who is it?
David Justice.
Oh, man.
What'd you say?
Greg Maddux.
91. That's too early.
Jorge Canseco.
AC Green.
A-Rod. A-Rod dated Madonna.
God, everybody did. She's gross.
She's disgusting.
She looks like an alien. I want to bang her.
In 1973, this Cub filled in for manager Whitey Lockman, who was ejected during the game, technically becoming baseball's first African-American manager.
Fergie Jenkins.
73.
Oh, the other guy then.
Billy Williams.
Yeah.
That was Billy Williams, the other one. No? Oh.
Ernie Banks.
Ernie Banks.
Oh,
Ernie
duh.
Banks.
Say hey.
Ernie Banks wasn't too bright, though.
Say hey.
I guess he was just like. You ever talk to him?
Mm.
Oh, my God. It was kind of difficult, but Billy Williams was a smart guy. That's why I figured it was going to be him.
Ernie Banks was all over the place.
Yeah, he was a weird guy.
Yeah, weird guy.
He's an old guy. Though. I mean, by the time I met him in the 80s, he was a pretty old guy.
In 2010, this Oakland A became the 19th pitcher to throw a perfect game. 4-0 versus Tampa Bay.
Barry Zito.
What year?
Barry Zito played for the A's, too. Good call.
What year did you say?
2010.
That's where he started. That was the
2010
the three
Oakland
pitchers at
A.
one time. But that was not
Threw a
2010.
no-hitter.
Oakland A's.
Perfect game. 19th pitcher.
Did he throw it as an Oakland A?
Oh, is it Rich Harden?
No, that was
Dallas Braden.
Oh,
Dallas
that's right.
Braden,
Yeah, Harden threw a no-hitter, too, but I don't think it was a perfect game.
Kay Adams. Yeah, she's cute.
This
kiss begins with K.
home run hitting guy hit his only inside the park home run off of Phillies' Jim Bunning in Philadelphia in 1967.
He was a home run hitting guy? So he means hit home runs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In 67 he did it?
So it's a National
his
League
only
guy.
inside the park home run off of the Phillies' Jim Bunning, who is became a senator, correct?
Yep. I'm going to guess Hammerin' Hank.
You are correct.
I mean, that's
nice.
about
He
the
hit home
time.
runs?
That's a wild guess, but
Do I get a guess?
you want one?
Say it.
Right now you do. In 1980, this guy stole second, third, and home run in one inning for the Phillies.
In what year?
1980.
For the Phillies in 80, I'm going to say Mike Schmidt. He was so fast.
Nobody expected it.
Yeah.
I met him before, too. He's a weird guy, too.
This guy wishes he could be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Rose.
is it really?
Rose, yeah.
Oh, Pete Rose, really?
Stole home, huh?
Charlie Hustle.
In 1977, this owner managed his team.
What year?
1977.
Marge shot.
You might have seen it on CNN.
Oh.
Marge shot.
Oh, Ted Turner.
Yep. Ted Turner.
I didn't know that at all until you said CNN.
I remember that. I remember that happening. No, I don't. But I remember hearing about it.
This twin in 1984 debuted with 4 singles. He was an outfielder.
He had a twin?
No, this twin.
Oh.
This twin.
I bet Hop would get this one.
He was St. Paul.
His
twin was
CSC.
Minneapolis.
Terry Pendleton.
If he says John Castino, I'm quitting.
What year?
84.
84. A Curry Puckett.
Yep.
Yep, you're right. What, Hop right?
He put Puckett.
Good,
Yeah,
okay.
of course.
In 1984, this team beat the Milwaukee Brewers 7-6 in 25 innings. The game started
The White Sox.
on the 8th. You are correct.
I remember I watched that game.
We don't get to guess.
Then that game
It
go into the
lasted
next
2
day.
days. Yeah, it lasted 2 days, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And believe it or not, in 1988,
Ripley.
I don't believe it.
this guy, Charles Sherrill of Yale, used this starting technique in track and field.
What year?
1888.
Oh, the starter block, right?
It was just crouching.
Oh.
Oh,
Runners.
really?
Yeah.
They just stood straight up.
Before, hey, I'm standing up. Hey.
Ready, go.
Oh, just starting out like the
And they ran with
sausages
their
at
arms.
Miller
Yeah, I
Park.
was gonna say,
They all ran with their arms down by their.
They look like it too.
this running with your arms up really
They
works.
run like this, don't they?
They ran like Benny Hill.
Oh, I don't have it.
What year was that?
1888.
And all these people are surprised. Can you imagine the old, like, fuddy-duddy people? Like, I remember back in our day when you stood up to start the race. It's like in the 1930s, you know?
And our tracks were built uphill both ways. And it snowed.
And then a few years later, like, what the hell is this? A black guy running? It's like, you just watch their trail way up behind them.
I remember halfway through the race, you got drafted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, too. Oh, my God.
Is that it, Willie?
That's it. That's all I got, kids.
No more history?
Oh, my God.
I got dad jokes.
Okay, go ahead.
Nice.
I gotta find them.
You got any dad jokes, Willie? No?
I don't, but I might be.
I
able
got
to
2
find them.
dad jokes that have to do with nudism.
Okay.
There were 2 nudists, and they were discussing politics. One says, "Have you read Marx?" The other nods. Yeah, it's these blasted wicker chairs.
Have you read Marx?
A naked man runs into a tailor shop. The tailor says, "You can't be in here with no clothes on." The man says, "Come on, mister. Cut me some slacks."
Boom.
Jeez, those jokes are horrible.
That one never gets funny.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal, wasn't it?
Oh, he smacked his head against the ground.
You know what really makes me throw up? A dartboard on the ceiling.
I'm not getting these jokes.
I got it.
If there was a
I
dartboard
got
on the
it.
ceiling, you would go like that.
I got it.
I had a joke this weekend.
So we have to do better than that. We have to close it up.
Oh,
better.
my God.
Oh, here's one. Scott will like this one.
It's about Modern Family.
What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet?
I know this.
Supplies! Supplies.
Why did he say that?
Because! Jesus.
What was the word of the day again? Euthanize?
That would have been a great one.
Glue Factory.
I thought it was Elmer's, yeah.
No, it was something else.
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Hit it, though.
I got
wanna
one.
hear it.
Okay, go ahead.
Why did the calf cross the road? It wanted to get to the other side. You couldn't wait to press that button.
Well, the reaction said it all.
Oh, my God.
Why do you never see a gay paraplegic?
Oh, here we go.
Wow.
Cancel culture.
Here comes Bob Huggins.
Because you can't be a fruit and a vegetable at the same time.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I can't. I might even hit a button on that one. Maybe that one I will. And that one.
I laughed.
Ed, here you go. What's black, cool, and stands in the forest?
All right, guys. I'll see you guys later.
What was it again?
What's black, cool, and stands in the forest?
Okay. Something with a mushroom or
A
something.
black bear.
A deer in a leather jacket.
Jesus Christ.
I thought it was gonna be some mushroom joke or something.
Mushroom joke.
You know?
A mushroom in a leather jacket.
It's Willie.
Hey, I'm a mushroom. Hey, how you doing?
See little baby Mario running through this forest.
Yeah.
Anybody seen that little black mushroom?
Portobello. It's a portobello.
Hey, I'm a mushroom. I'm a fun guy.
Hey, you want to talk?
That's what I'm saying. A fun guy. A stool too.
Who wants to talk?
Isn't that what you leave after you eat the mushroom?
Hey, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I met Bruce Lee's vegetarian brother today.
You know it? Broccoli.
There you go, man.
Ding, 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 ding. Where's the bell?
You're all really good at that.
There we go. We'll finish that and post at it.
Good screaming, everybody. You're all really good at that.
What was Bruce Lee's favorite drink?
Water.
Come on. Just for that.
That might be the best joke of the night. Oh my God!
Why was it his favorite joke?
We got to come up. We got to come up with mom jokes for next week, right?
I had mine last week. The one I had was disgusting. I can't
Yeah, it was
remember
horrible.
We got
I had a
like
joke. I
Yo
had a
mama
j- I-
jokes or mom jokes?
Like, I don't want to say your mom's
Yeah, you
fat,
could do
but
either. Yeah, we could do it.
her high school-
Mother's
her-
Day.
Well, her high school photo was an aerial shot.
Wow.
Guys, I don't want to talk politics, but did you guys hear about that scandal involving Mayor McCheese? Oh my God!
Is that your closing
No,
thought?
I heard about Mayor McCheese. I was like, that's funny. I can come up with something there. Not
What?
anything funny.
Work
but,
in progress.
yeah, I threw it away already.
What do you got, Willie?
Why is there a donut sitting at the dentist office?
I don't know.
You had a sweet tooth?
It's there to get a filling.
Why was there a hooker at
Ed's house?
Here you go. Here you go, Ed. The doctor says to his patient, "You have cancer and Alzheimer's." Patient goes, "At least I don't have cancer."
Oh gosh,
That's true.
that's pretty funny.
Funny
Actually,
because it's true.
These are dirty dad jokes.
okay.
We all good, Willie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Closing thoughts.
Yeah, go ahead, closing thoughts.
Oh, closing thoughts. I seen Sam Smith. You know that guy?
The singer?
Yeah, that weirdo.
Devil guy? Or
Not
whatever?
Steve
Yeah.
Smith.
He canceled his concert in Israel to protest their treatment of the Palestinians, and not because of bad ticket sales, according to him. If he's so gung-ho about his boycott, I suggest he perform a free concert in Gaza so all the Muslim fans could thank him for his support. I'm sure they would love him there. It's like, oh, are they throwing their panties and bras at him? No, those are rocks. Those are rocks.
How do you tell the difference between a frog and a horny toad? A frog says ribbit, ribbit, and a horny toad says rub it, rub it. Go ahead.
Giggity.
Eric, close him.
Hopefully you get a rebate for that one.
My closing thought is
Supplies!
that's all I got. Rick.
I really got nothing. You know what? When I was in Minneapolis last week, I was told by the people that live there that they are putting
All of them?
there's some of them,
Okay.
a few, maybe 3, that they're putting the speakers. Speaking of your Muslim, they're putting speakers up for prayer time.
Yeah, so the music can be heard.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
In Minneapolis?
In
Yep.
Minneapolis.
Yeah, it's
Like
Minneapolis,
everywhere
St.
or
Paul.
what?
Throughout the downtown.
Oh.
Yeah.
so it's the call to prayers.
Call to prayers. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they don't. Do they do that for the Catholic Church?
I mean, you got the bells that ring.
Do they? Do they
15
ring the
minutes.
bell? That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I would think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just, I mean, good or bad, it doesn't really bother me.
Different.
but different. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, Minneapolis is a huge Muslim area.
Yeah.
I got a joke.
Okay.
How does the Rock pee?
Like as in The Rock?
Yeah. He Dwayne's his Johnson.
Okay, then.
It caught me off guard. It made me laugh. Go ahead, Willie.
Apparently it did.
What'd you do, Willie?
What are we talking about?
What'd you do?
Did you hear about the guy who dipped his testicles in glitter? They're pretty nuts.
Oh, I did hear that one.
I think someone said that one.
I did. I
think Willie did.
a long time
Well, it's
ago.
like I did.
You got anything, Willie?
I did.
Willie's
I
got
did.
notes.
I did.
You got notes.
He dipped him in wax too, I heard.
My feet.
Oh, that feels so good. You know what I did this weekend? I went down. I had a drop off.
You went down on who?
A check down at the Harbor Park. I had one of my employees lives down there. So I was like, I'll just drop it off. Well, he's on the block on the other side, almost straight across, but like on the park where all those statues are and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'll just drop it off your check. You know, I'm on my way. I'm out. Yeah, there was a goddamn marathon going on.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
During the week,
Saturday morning.
Oh. So I had to squeeze down like next to the hot dog place down there, and then make a couple turns, go through a parking lot, like around like, dude, there was like a delivery, so I had to like squeeze through the delivery between a garage and a delivery and get up and so that I could walk out. And then
it's the Wisconsin Cheesehead Marathon.
God,
right?
I miss when there were riots and we could just drive wherever we wanted.
I got another joke.
Okay, Pussy Willows.
Willie, you know when two people have sex, it's called a twosome, and when three people have sex, it's called a threesome. Now I know why they call you handsome.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I just wrote that one.
Nice.
Just wrote it?
Yeah, I just wrote
now.
it. Yeah, I just wrote it.
As he closes.
That's all I have to write.
He's like Brian Griffin over there, the writer.
I don't think I have anything else. Florida, Ohio, go. So yeah, that's it. Are you done, Willie?
I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, good. I said, okay, good. So, guys, thanks for coming tonight.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
Thanks for the invite.
As usual.
Oh, do Shake a Day yet.
Oh, do Shake a Day real quick.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I got cash.
What do you need?
Here, I got singles for everybody. I didn't have them last couple weeks, so I'll pay for everybody. I got everybody.
Okay.
I got $5, right?
Yeah.
I need change. Look.
There's one left in there.
Look at that.
Nice.
Look
Throw
at
that
that.
here.
He should
Am
take
I
him off.
starting?
They should take him off that bill because.
Oh, yeah.
he did
Am I
something
starting?
wrong. He probably did something wrong.
Yeah,
Let her rip, Tater Chip.
Well, he pissed off somebody.
Yeah.
No.
70-30. 70-30.
Oh.
Is it ever going to happen?
That's what she said. Oh.
That's crazy.
That was a royal sampler.
I can't put them back in the cup. Right?
Anybody ever got 4 of a kind yet?
We're going to
No.
this time.
I don't think we got 4 of a kind even, have we?
I had 3 once.
Yeah,
I
I
think
had a
these
full
dice
house one
are
time.
cursed.
I think they don't have this. They're none of them, they have different numbers on them.
They're not loaded.
They're all ones and they're all, like one
Yeah.
dice has all ones on it.
These are weird. Where'd you get these from?
They're
7 Mile Fair.
They're magic dice.
Got a small straight.
That's what she said.
More curved, I heard.
Mr. Peroni
I
over
got a
there.
small Peroni.
Hey. Eggplant.
A small Peroni. Gets around the corners.
Why can you not put the dice back in the cup for us?
Bad luck.
A sin?
It's bad luck, I guess.
But we haven't.
Doesn't
had
seem
any
to be
luck.
affecting us at all.
I don't want to put it in the cup when I go to Willie because he'll win then. Gotta change the luck somehow.
Ooh, pair.
Nada.
We're getting a lot of royal samplers.
It's a good thing we didn't put this money on Jason's road.
Hey. Put them in the cup.
We've
Change
only
it
had
up.
like a couple
Changing
pairs
it up.
tonight.
Watch, you'll win now.
Boom.
Oh, so far away.
2
Another
guys,
pair.
1 cup.
Oh,
Pair of 1 both times.
shake the
Pair
dice.
of asses.
Full house.
Oh, full house.
Full
That's the
vote.
best roll we've ever had here.
I think
We're like
I think I had a full
$90
house.
into this, and we.
Yeah. That's the best we've had, though, full house.
That's just a. What's a full house at like the bar usually?
Drink.
1 drink.
Yeah.
Same thing. 4 of a
4
kind.
kinds, like 3 drinks, I think.
Yeah, I
Usually,
got
right,
3.
3 drinks? Yeah.
I got 3 the other
3 of
day.
a
Yeah.
kind. 3 deuces.
Really?
Look, he's 6 for 9. No? Well, that'll be
pair.
this week's
Well, that was impressive.
episode of Shake a Day.
Donating.
So thank you to everybody for coming out tonight. It was a good time. And I don't know. That's about it.
Great job podcasting, everybody.
Good job. You're all really good at that. So for Ed, Eric, Rick, Willie, and myself, everybody have a great week and take care.
I hate goodbyes.
Sorry, folks, park's closed.
What happened? I blacked out.
Because we did something today that no one thought we could do, including us. So we're going out, we're celebrating, and we're going to rub it in this city's face.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was awesome.
Bye, Felicia.
Kids, there's Big Ben and there's Parliament.
I'll give him more buys and highs.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
feels so good.